Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Girl, Geek, and the Gay. I am Jose, and here to my left, I have the beautiful Jaime.
Hola.
Hi, Jaime.
Hi.
How you doing?
you? I'm good.
All right, cool.
Do we? I know who am I making?
Good talk.
Do we want to tell the story? Should I tell the story of what just happened? And
Yes, please.
Okay. So, spoilers. No, I'm just- no, but just I just got back from Spider-Man, but not spoilers yet. That's gonna come later. Anyway,
You watch Spider-Man?
what? I hope so. I got up super early and I barely slept last night. But anyway, and this is why I think this happened. I swear I'm not dumb. But Jose here got here or pulled up
On
to my
time?
garage. Well, for once in your life. I mean, okay, we can say yes, he was on time today. I'll give him
Yes.
credit for this. I was late today because I just got out the movie, like I said.
How were you late to your old place?
Yeah. It was a trick to get you to be here early. It kind of worked.
You know what is funny? Because I text my friend. I was like, I'm pretty sure he told me 11:30 so I could be there at noon.
I was expecting 12:30, but you got here, so great, that worked. Now, when you got here, I went to the garage as I usually do, all cheerful and happy, and
Just sauntering about.
just sauntering about apparently. And I think I complimented you. I don't even remember if that happened or not.
Yes.
Really, okay.
It happened. I was in my car.
I told you that you were adorable. Anyway,
I heard your cat call.
okay. I was like, "Hey, girl." As I went to go put the code,
Made me feel like a bad bitch.
you are. It's all that ass. As I went to put in the code, my mind drew a blank. I don't remember to this moment right now. I don't remember the code to the garage. Well, I swear I remember it, but I don't know anymore if that's it or not.
Yeah.
I might be in a different dimension or something. It's not me.
Yeah, you stood there for a while. Goddamn Mandela effect, huh?
I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened.
They
you know?
Mandela affected your garage.
Yes, so something's up where something changed the code and I didn't just forget it. It wasn't me. Anyways, tried multiple codes. I even tried calling Adolfo over there. He doesn't know the code for shit because he just doesn't use the garage as much as I do. I was waiting for that. Well, at that, I had to then run across my apartment complex to my car that's parked on the street to go get my clicker.
You did parkour up that wall.
I parkoured up a wall. Apparently. I felt like Spider-Man. But it was an interesting. Anyway, you're in the garage now, so great. I don't know the code to this moment. I tried to close the garage with the code. It didn't work. I don't know what's going on. My brain is done.
I got in. That's what matters.
Yes, yeah, exactly. You're in. You know, that's it. That's the important part.
Yes. So, how you been? Besides that little your post-COVID fog.
What's what the fuck? I hope not. I remember this code yesterday. I was, and probably this morning. No, because this morning too. We got in the garage. Where the hell is my brain? I left it. Anyway, I'm been good. Yesterday was a pretty interesting day. I had to help my sister move. Well,
Okay.
start moving, I should say.
Yeah, I see you've been robbed.
Somebody broke in, and all the stuff that they decided to take is our couches and our coffee table. Nah, I'm just kidding. I gave it to my sister. We're gonna buy new couches. So we have a little bit of change in layout for now as well on video because we forget it's there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, people.
Hi, video. But besides that, I've been good. Still keeping up like the working out that I'm doing, at least the walking and jogging.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, yesterday I didn't work out with intention because I knew it was going to be like a long, like busy day, like carrying shit.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like I burned like double the calories I normally do. So
Oh baby.
don't start.
Tell me more.
Jose. There's a lot of energy in me right now. So.
Apparently not enough to remember a goddamn code
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck that code's at right now.
that you use daily.
That I use daily. It's embarrassing. I was probably super red. Like,
Oh yeah.
okay.
It was adorable.
Oh,
Just wanted to pinch your cheeks.
Stop. Which ones?
Anyway, you're sitting down. It makes it a little difficult.
I mean, we could fix that real quick. But anyway, Jose, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes.
Work was a little difficult, like in the beginning of the week, because somebody hit one of the trucks while it was parked, and they hit it hard too, because there's the whole front end of the car that hit it was left at the scene.
What the fuck?
Like they just hit it. I guess they picked up the license plate and left.
Wow. They thought ahead.
Yeah, like because there's a radiator. There's a bumper. But
wait, how did the car leave then?
We're assuming that it got towed out.
Oh,
like it had to. Because
they had a towing buddy and they came and picked
I have
it up
no
for
idea
them?
how they did it.
I'm like,
I wasn't
radiator.
there.
Okay, no, I know. I'm just thinking a radiator. I don't know that much about cars, but
I mean, a radiator is pretty essential.
Okay, cool. So, I imagine.
So,
it's because I'm gay. That's why. They go vroom.
You tried.
I tried.
But it kind of bent the tires outwards, so the truck was just messed up, and they had to get it fixed. While they were getting it fixed, so they put me in a stick shift truck.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, well, I enjoy driving stick shift when it comes to my car. Right, I loved it on my motorcycle. I do not like it in the trucks.
There's stick shift motorcycles?
Most motorcycles are stick shift. I just found out that some of them were. Well, I mean, it's not stick shift; it's manual transmission.
Okay.
It's because you shift with your foot.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So I just found out that there was automatic motorcycles. Apparently, I don't know how that works.
I thought they were automatic.
No,
they're not.
No. So. Yeah, I've been in the stick shift truck, and the thing is, we don't drive far, so and a lot of times I have to be moving slow, so my foot was just constantly on that clutch, just kind of letting go to move forward because I didn't even need the accelerator. Yeah. So by the end of the week, my leg was killing me. I was limping so hard.
Got that leg workout in.
Yes.
That's on camera. It's cool. It's cool. Just a little wet. All right, no worries. All right,
we should move that.
Well, yeah, we'll get it afterwards. No worries.
It won't stain?
I mean, no, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Well, this isn't wood. This is like a vinyl almost.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, so my leg was just hurting, but I now have 2 days off of work.
Because of that?
Well, no.
It's just because your leg was sore. I was like, wow.
No, it just just starting this week, I ended up getting Thursday, Friday off.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be okay. That's gonna be your regular days off.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
So I got to sleep so good.
Nice.
That's so much sleep. It was amazing.
That's cool. But you're still getting paid your same amount and everything else is good then.
Mostly, yeah. I don't get paid by hour or by day. I get paid by what I do. Yeah. So if I just up what I do a little more, it was funny too because I was so upset that I was driving this stick shift truck that I kind of almost didn't do much at work.
But that's on you.
Well, I mean, but I was just like, fuck this, I'm going home.
Wow, lazy.
Yeah, I stand by it though. Also went to the movie theaters.
Oh, nice. It
was a good time.
Lucky you. I caught one today, so
that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was your first time watching?
It was my first time watching, and also like, how dare you post things on Instagram? You drove it. By the way,
there was no spoilers at all.
Okay, if I had been able to hear the song that was playing, I would have said maybe that was spoilers. Didn't you play like the end credits?
A little bit, but what was the song that was playing? Because I don't even.
You didn't listen to the song?
No.
I always like their takes on it. So spoilers ahead of the credits.
Well, I guess we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it afterwards. But we got to remember to mention it because it was a pretty. I thought it was pretty cool, and I was really excited because Adolfo was really into Schoolhouse Rock. So. Okay. So
all I can think of, I hear Schoolhouse Rock, and I just think The Simpsons. Oh, I'm an amendment to be. I'm an amendment to be.
Yeah. The Simpsons version of Bill.
Yes.
The whatever Bill song.
No, Bill died. We've been through this.
He restarts. Wait, what Bill? Oh yeah.
There you go.
There's so many Bills in this damn world. No, but okay. She technically didn't die.
I mean, technically.
Let's not get on that because I'm mad about it still. I'm still sore in my heart.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to get along with the show?
Yeah.
So we do got a pretty jam-packed show today. Yeah. We're going to skip out on news and we're going to skip out on...
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, sorry.
I guess Pokemon took the brunt of it.
Sorry, Pokemon. It was just a week.
He's not that sorry.
It was a week today. It was just a busy week. Yeah.
Sure. So we'll start off like we always do with a little bit of Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, yep. And the Demons of the Punjab, right?
Yes.
That was the one.
So the Demons of the Punjab was largely regarded as the best episode of the season.
Oh, okay.
What did you think?
I didn't think it was a bad like episode of the like I like the story behind it. I like the the relation to Yaz's family, her grandma situation. But I do okay, this is now where like we're getting too on the nose with like history and stuff like that. Like it seems like every episode is like a history lesson as opposed to something that can happen in a sci-fi world. This is all like real world stuff and they're all involved in every like situation. So it was like because it was during the partition of India is what they were saying, right? It was where it got divided into India and Pakistan.
Yes.
And so it just got too real maybe for me. And while I like, excuse me, I like stories, I don't like history that much. I'm not like a history buff. So even hearing this to me wasn't like, it was cool to learn about it, but I think it just gets too real.
Yeah.
It gets too real and it's like you're taking away the sci-fi aspect of it, which is kind of what like
draws you in?
It draws me in. Yeah. Like I secretly started watching, secretly. Yeah. Cause not for the show. What is it called? Lost in Space again. Season 3 is back on it. It's on Netflix now.
I've never seen it.
And I like it. I like the show. The reason I was talking about this in this situation though is because it's space.
Yeah.
Like you're on a whole nother planet in situations. You're on spaceships in situations. Like the things that happen like just draw me in because it's space.
The whole sci-fi,
the real sci-fi feel of it, and that's where Doctor Who is going away from in so far in this season. Like it's like they try to add some like alien aspect to it. Like in this situation, what were they called? The Tigerians?
No, I'm pretty sure that's Game of Thrones.
That's Tigerian.
Oh, what the fuck?
No, well, these were thought to be assassins in the show, right?
Yeah.
And they look like bats. From my perspective, they look like bats, right? Like when Batman becomes Man-Bat is what it looked like to me, except with like extra eyes.
What I'm thinking is that they look a lot like, oh man, I don't remember what they're called, but from David Tennant's season, oh man. When David Tennant's first episode,
okay,
when he first regenerates and like they come in on Christmas and try to take over the planet and do that whole blood science.
Cool.
You were there.
I was there many years ago. I have a tendency to like delete information from my brain. I think I'm a machine. I'm not a real person.
That's clever because every once in a while you just catch me buffering. True.
Especially
like what I'm trying to say, a mandala. Fuck.
Yeah. Or what was it? Edited
it. Fuck. I'm not even gonna try that. Edit it. Fuck.
Keep doing it.
No.
Stop. It's cute. Your cheeks.
I know.
No, they were called Tigerians. Because there's a TH. They look like bats to me. I don't remember those creatures that you're talking about. And they were supposed to be assassins originally. But as kind of the show goes on, we come to find out that they're not actually assassins. They're actually, and I thought this was pretty cool. Like I thought they were there to kind of like I guess be with the people who are alone as they're dying, because like people are dying alone and they're just there to kind of honor them. You know
what would have made it better?
What's that?
If they looked more like Grim Reapers.
Yeah, because they were Grim Reapers, kinda.
Yeah, in practice only.
Yeah,
but I think it would have been cooler if they would have looked like Grim Reapers, and that's kind of like where the legend of the Grim Reaper started.
Yeah, that's a really great point.
Yeah, but they're not that clever anymore.
It just became too real, and like they threw in an alien just to make it more sci-fi.
Yeah,
I
get you.
So that to me was the kind of this disappointment. And mind you, the story was cool, but I don't know if it fit the Doctor Who like world per se. Because there was always something like crazier. Like when we talked about like the last season with Capaldi, where they went to Mars and there was like the that military group was on the moon, and you're like isn't that crazy? Like just to think about that. Yeah, because they weren't on Earth, so you had you had humans on Mars fighting
in a time when they shouldn't have been.
In a time when it shouldn't have been. It didn't make sense for that, right? So at least there was that little sci-fi, aspect of it, right? Whereas this, it's like they're just bringing in an alien just to make it sci-fi, and it's not even like
it's just shoehorned in.
Yeah, and then it's not even the exactly. And it's not really even the focus of the episode. The focus of the episode was what was going on with Pakistan and India. And again, great history lesson. I felt very informed after it. To be honest, I did. Like I don't. Again, I'm not into it. But it was probably too much, like, of that. Too real. And this you can go back to like the Rosa episode. Even that one was great because it was kind of my first time like actually observing that in how they're doing the history and they're involving themselves in the history. Yeah. But then they did it like almost literally again in this situation, and I think that's where I'm kind of being taken back.
I've never minded the going back into actual historical events. I do like that. Yeah. When they,
it makes sense, they time travel,
and like when they're part of the events. But I think the way it's done just matters a lot. Yeah. Like for instance, it's all I think Christopher Eccleston's episode where he goes back and meets Charles Dickens. Okay. No,
I don't remember. We can talk about Capaldi because I remember all of Capaldi's recently. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I don't think Moffat did it very often, if he did at all.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we already have 2, and it's only this was like episode 5 or 6. Yeah. We already have 2 historical episodes. Or even you can even think about like when they did the Van Gogh episodes, right? Yeah. And how they made it. It was a rare thing. And to be honest, I was always kind of like, I don't feel like watching this one, because it's like a history lesson, and that's where this is going.
But the thing about it too is that it didn't really tell you real events. It kind of went back and like for Van Gogh in that instance, it just went back and shows like what drove Matt Van Gogh crazy. So it answers mysteries that we don't know. Right. And I do think that's a little more interesting than just throwing something into this. Like for me, this episode was boring. Yeah. It was boring. That was it. It was a very boring episode. And I still just can't get behind Whitaker as a doctor. I also don't like the name dropping because it happens way too often. Okay.
Like where she knows everybody. Yeah, she married Einstein, I think she said in this one, right?
Like she married Einstein in the Rosa episode. It was Elvis Frank Sinatra that she gave him a cell phone. Okay. The episode before that, there's always like she will name drop someone in every episode. Yeah. And if you hadn't noticed, you will notice now.
Well, I did for sure notice the Einstein thing, and I have heard her say that before. I do think though that she doesn't she does what a lot of the other doctors do though. Oh yeah. And I feel like that's where I don't get it because we didn't have that issue with Capaldi or we didn't have the issue
and Capaldi did name drop, but it was just very rare. Like when he does when he name drops Mozart. You don't remember that either, huh? No. On the bootstrap when he's explaining the bootstrap paradox.
The what?
The bootstrap paradox.
No.
Google it. That's what he says.
Oh, does he?
But when he's the way
what episode was it though? Like what was going on?
The lake episode in the lake.
Was
with
it
the ghost?
Oh, the lake with the ghost.
No, I think the episode was called like in the lake or the time before the flood. It was a 2-parter, but with the ghost in the ship.
Okay, I don't remember Capaldi
you don't
season.
Remember that? Oh my god!
Was that the first Capaldi season?
No, because was this Bill? No, it was Clara. So it would have probably been the first Capaldi season. Okay. But he explains the bootstrap paradox and he's talking about Mozart. I think there's a Beatles movie about it actually. Where somebody time travels and realizes the Beatles don't exist, but they have all the music. So,
there's a movie about it, but it's not related.
No.
To Doctor Who.
No, I was just it just popped into my head. Yeah. But the bootstrap paradox when he's talking about Mozart and you go back in time and realize Mozart doesn't exist, but you have all this. All his sheet music, so you create you write all these music, and then he goes, "This is a hypothetical, by the way. I've met Mozart, very intense man, and that's basically the only time I remember him doing it.
It's just not overdone. Yeah, got you. Yeah,
where the doctor or Whitaker's doctor just feels like she's bragging all the time.
But again, I think the issue is not Whitaker per se.
The writing.
It's the writing. Because you. And I told you this. I say this every time. That's how I was feeling about Capaldi season. It was just like, oh, where are we going with this? And with her, she just has a lot of extra of what all the doctors have had, and they put it into one person, you know. And I think that's where, you know what she overdoes too, the fucking sonic screwdriver that she does
that
so.
whole,
oh my god,
I didn't understand why she what was it, like she untied something with the sonic screwdriver?
Yeah, oh yeah, like the Indian thing. Yeah. The Indian, was it? I don't know, it might have been Pakistani. I'm not sure. Anyway, they were tied together, and she untied it with the sonic screwdriver.
Yes.
You couldn't fucking touch it. Like, is she a germaphobe too?
I moved it from over there because I don't want to drop the coffee again.
Yeah. It was a cool story. It was a cool story if it was like separate in a different show. You know, it was boring because it wasn't relating to what we expect from the Doctor. And yeah, I can see I was interested in like the story of her family, Yaz's family, and the history of it, but not for Doctor Who. Yeah. It was not what I was expecting for Doctor Who. I mean, yeah, she's overusing the damn sonic screwdriver, and I think that they're making up for the sonic screwdriver from Capaldi season because maybe somebody complained that what the fuck's up with the sonic glasses, Jaime? Yeah, you know, but it was yeah, it was just okay. It didn't fit what's going on, and I think this is now where I'm already okay. I'm like, now I'm feeling like, okay, this is a history lesson, but. I don't see it as her. I see it as the writing. It's not good writing so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Like I said, I just found this episode boring. I found it boring the first time I watched it.
Okay.
And I thought this time knowing what to expect might make it a little more bearable. And it did. I was wrong. No. Yeah, it was still.
You didn't even like the history lesson though. Like
no,
you didn't like learning about India and Pakistan.
I didn't mind it because I love history.
Yeah.
I just found this episode boring.
Okay.
Because it felt more like a History Channel drama, like a short, when they do those dramatizations.
Oh, okay.
So where it's like a skit.
Yeah.
Where you didn't need to give me an hour-long episode about this.
Yeah. And they were so fit out of place too that how come nobody like said anything to them about like what they're wearing? You know, they were all in their normal like clothes. It's not like they. In other episodes of Doctor Who, right, when we think about Capaldi season and they had that Anchorfish episode, they were dressed for the period, you know. And this one, they were just dressed in their regular clothes. Nobody, even Yas didn't dress like her family that she was there to see at that time, you know. So that was also just something
and that definitely would have fit. Also, have you realized that they completely have forgotten about Ryan's dyspraxia?
They bring it up in the next episode because I'm realizing now that I made a lot of notes for the next episode. I just got halfway through it, so I don't know how it ends. But in that episode they kind of bring it up again.
It comes up, but just
randomly,
and it's just words again. But we don't see it.
Also, why do we need it?
Because inclusion, Jaime. That's it. That's honestly it. Because there is it has no effect on any part of the story.
It could give us a blind person.
No. No. You get that later.
Stop. And that was a joke.
That's a frog episode.
Oh my god. Double whammy. I have nothing against blind people. I'm just kidding. Well, and I'll finish up the Kerblam episode and we could talk about that.
Okay.
But yeah. Just no.
I forgot that was the next one, and I watched it too.
Sorry.
No, we're good.
We're good.
All right.
So now it's going downhill. Unfortunately,
so that was Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
All right. So you said you had some news?
Oh yeah, just some video game stuff.
All right.
You know, so I still continue to play Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, but there's no Pokemon this week, so we're gonna skip that.
Is it Shining Diamond or Brilliant Pearl?
It's Brilliant Diamond. Stop.
I just like seeing the wheels turn.
I had to think about it. Bill's Brilliant Diamond. I'm actually almost done too. Last night as I was trying to fall asleep, I was finishing it up, but yeah, I'm just trying to finish it so then I can play Pearl and then just finish that one. Mm-hmm. But I'm just trying to get through them, and I feel bad because I'm just trying to get through them. But I want to play the game again this time. I keep going back to the fire type Pokemon, so this time I'm gonna have to choose Chimchar.
Okay.
Just FYI. Anyway, I have some Dead by Daylight news that I thought was pretty fun. We're getting a new chapter in March. They announced it really early. Normally they don't do it this early. They wait closer to it. But we are getting a chapter in relation to Ringu. Ring. Yeah. So I'm assuming we're gonna get the main killer from, or the
Samara.
the ghost Sadako.
Oh, Ringo,
The Japanese
Japanese
one. Yeah. Because her real name is Sadako Yamamura.
I've seen Ringo once,
Yamamura,
and that was like 15 years ago. So
I don't remember it either.
yeah, I couldn't tell you the name. And even then, the ring I've only seen a couple times, but I remember Samara.
Yeah, Samara was the ghost.
Yeah, Samara was a little girl. I'm pretty sure.
Are you talking about the Grudge?
No.
Was there a little girl, or I thought it's a little girl.
Well, it's a girl. Well, it's a girl. I guess she's not little, but she's like a teenager.
Well, because I did some research a little bit about the character, the Ringu, like who the ghost was in that game. Just because, like, obviously that's probably what we're gonna get in the game, right? Who the ghost was in the movie, not the game. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And it said her occupation was an actress. So
Really?
if she was a little girl,
I don't remember.
it's been years for me too, so I don't recall either. She is female, just in case.
Oh, that's what she identifies as.
And obviously she's deceased because she's gonna be a ghost.
What?
But the causes of death, which are pretty cool, is hypothermia and starvation. So,
Wait, was it one or the other? Can it be both?
It says hypothermia and starvation.
I mean,
maybe she starved.
And then maybe
was cold. I mean, that's what
either
Google
way
said.
she would get
She died of
hypothermia before she got starvation.
Okay, that's just what they said as the cause of death, Jose.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Jesus
My
Christ,
bad.
just accept it, okay? No, but it's I'm excited to see in DVD. Oh, by the way, we finally got Jonah Vasquez,
the mechanic,
the mechanic Mexican dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't stop looking at his ass.
Dude's been hitting the squat rack.
Yes, very, very much so. It's there's this thing that like in video games, right? Like that supposedly gay people most of the time choose like female characters because it's almost like a longing for something, right? And I never identified with that. I don't think in that manner.
Yeah.
You know, I think my train of thought is just who I am. You know, like I just, when I choose characters that more resemble me, and I try to resemble, have them look more like me as much as I can in video games and stuff like that. So, and that's why when Jonah was coming out, that's why I was excited for DVD to have that, because again, it's Mexican, I guess.
Close enough. You're in Southern California.
Close
You're
enough,
Mexican.
yes, right? Anything south of the United States is Mexico until you get to South America. So then I also heard one of my friend's husband tell her basically that the reason that he chooses female characters in video games is because why would you want to look at a guy's ass the whole time when you're playing? I'm like, okay, well that's another perspective of it. So I come to realize that sometimes when I choose guys, it's to look at their asses.
All right, we've learned so much.
Jonah in particular, he's a very attractive animated person. But I thought I would share that. I use Jonah a lot in the game.
Yeah, in the game. Good. Thanks for adding that.
But back to Ringu, it's so we're hoping to get that character. I'm sure there's gonna be something to do with TVs in it. There are some of the stages. There's an asylum that they have in the game. I can't remember what the name of the asylum is, but they already have TVs set up around like the asylum, so you can see like it's like static on the TV.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
so that would definitely fit.
Yeah, so we're imagining that. I mean, people have speculated that definitely like they might implement those into different parts, because that's people watch the video and that's how they die.
Yeah.
Could also be wells, because they also in the little trailer that we got, it was like in the forests, and they focused on the well.
Yeah.
So maybe get that forest,
because that's where she got hypothermia and starvation.
Sure. Wasn't she was locked in the well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you hypothermia.
Okay, yes. I agree. But starvation.
That too. You get really hungry.
I'm
Being
excited.
cold is a really hungry time.
Okay.
I don't know where that sentence was going.
We're just trying to add things together now. And then in Injustice 2 Mobile, so jumping onto Injustice 2 Mobile, we got Mr. Freeze has just been added to the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he is one of those. I feel like in Smash Brothers they have Echo characters. Like basically it's the same character, just like a different skin.
Yeah.
So Mr. Freeze is clearly Captain Cold, which we had already before, but he does him pretty powerful. At least what they're saying. He does a lot of damage. I don't have a lot of details of him, but the detail on the character itself, on the Mr. Freeze, looks so badass. Like I can't wait to unlock him. It's gonna take me lots of money.
Well, good thing you're loaded.
all $100, and I'm not gonna pay for it.
Jesus Christ.
It's a legendary. That's why they're crazy. Yes.
Wow.
We've said this about them. They're very. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. You know, I go back to. I think about the other game that I play, Brawl Stars. They release new characters and they don't charge. They don't charge that much.
I'm pretty sure I signed up for that last week.
Sounds like you.
Very lonely holiday.
Okay. Sounded very gay. But that's it. We got Mr. Freeze and Ringu chapter coming in March for Dead by Daylight.
All right.
Yeah.
I've also been playing more Halo.
Oh, cool. How's it been?
So I'm getting a little further, and I realized that they've implemented an open world type system, which I still don't know how I feel about. So it seems like they what's it called? Like they modeled it after the episode. The level, the Silent Cartographer in the first Halo, which is just a big island with different things to do.
Okay.
Different missions type thing.
Was it like the multiplayer stage that
No.
Okay.
Oh, they do it? No, that's Blood Gulch. No. Like, this is just an island that they have where it, you have different missions to kind of accomplish.
Okay.
But they just did it on a larger scale on this. I don't know how I feel about the open world, because somehow, some way, they have really screwed up the driving mechanics. So it is not really fun to...
The driving mechanic, because you do jump in a car at a certain point. Yeah. So the actual driving mechanics in the game. They haven't been working too well for me. Yeah.
Like anything touches the car and it just totally screws you up.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah. And I found a Scorpion tank, and I was so happy to be in a Scorpion tank.
Yeah.
I jumped in it, and then I couldn't drive in it.
Wow.
Like it was moving in a weird way, and the driving just hasn't been fun in it.
Yeah.
And and you also get upgrades, and you can upgrade your armor and your things. So I'm like, okay, we'll see if you upgrade your driving skills at some point.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So that the car improves. Basically.
Yeah. But we'll see where that goes. Yeah. The actual gameplay I like, but it's the driving I just haven't been a fan of.
Just that part of it specifically.
Because like I said, it's an open world type game where it's a big island.
Yeah, so you have to drive.
So driving just makes so much more sense, and I've been running everywhere, which just takes so much more time. But I feel like it'll take more time to be in the car constantly flipping over.
Yeah.
So
that's all it's gonna be. It kind of reminds me of you played what was the name of the game?
Come on, you're almost there.
Oh, I know, I was almost there. I can see it. Oh, Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
When I played Red Dead Redemption, I loved that game so much, but I remember like you would have to travel on horse through that whole fucking game. And the horse wasn't bad. I mean, it was a horse, but it's like, it's not a car, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I can imagine.
I had an issue with Horizon Zero Dawn. Because of the traveling in that game as well.
Oh, okay.
Because you would go somewhere on the map, and then you had to go like all the way across the map to get something else.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to fast travel, you had to get like a camping gear. And if you only had like 3 camping gears, you could only fast travel 3 times. And you had to buy more if you wanted to fast travel, which I thought was really dumb.
Yeah.
Especially because once you clear a certain section of the map, as soon as you leave, when you come back, the enemies respawned already.
Oh yeah.
So it's just
then you got to be all stealth and stuff like that again.
And that honestly, that's kind of why I stopped playing the game.
I could see that.
The story was really interesting.
Yeah.
The levels were, the missions were entertaining, but I just couldn't do the traveling at some point. I was like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, and it just feels too tedious.
Yeah, and at some point you can hack machines and ride the machine from one place to the other.
Okay.
But again, as soon as you're noticed, other machines start attacking you.
Oh, so while you're riding on the machine anyway.
And I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I could see that.
But did you? Because I know you downloaded it.
I played probably the first mission.
God damn it, man.
It looked like a lengthy game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing again. All I play is Dead by Daylight, Injustice 2 mobile. I'm playing Pokemon a lot right now. I don't know how I can always dedicate a lot of time to Pokemon. I just love it so much. Not Pokemon Go, Pokemon. right? But also, I saw. I guess I missed the trailer from a few months ago. I saw a trailer for God of War. God of War 2. It looks so good.
Yeah,
too.
it does.
Man, I love this God of War, and I can't wait to see what happens. Except that kid's gonna be an asshole again. It's like we just got past this kid being an asshole. Now we got to deal with this kid being an asshole again. You know, he started off nice in the first one of this generation, but it's like spoilers, when he discovered that he was a god, then he got all arrogant and crazy. So now it just looks like we're going to continue with that.
So he's becoming Loki?
Yeah. Oh, so done. Stop it. Fuck you. Can't stand it.
It's funny because when I got...
Or Kate Bishop.
when I got God of War, I bought it at the same time I bought The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And I played The Last of Us first, and then I completely forgot about God of War.
I bought a collector's edition of God of War PlayStation.
That.
How dare you?
It was a great game. So when I actually did play it, I enjoyed it.
Oh.
But then
have you played it?
I did, but I didn't get that far into it.
Okay.
Maybe a quarter of the way through.
I beat the main storyline.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of like side missions that I thought were pretty cool that I just didn't go back and play though. There was this one where you had to take out like these angels. Mm-hmm. Like there's like 10 of them, and they're like hard. They're so difficult, but they're so badass. Like you just want to see
other. Because I remember fighting a Valkyrie at some
Valkyries,
point.
not angels. Yeah, I couldn't remember. They had wings. Angels. Anyway.
Wow, Jaime.
But you're right. There were Valkyries, and there was like 10 of them, or was it?
That's Deidus.
6? Was it 7?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, you're just making stuff up.
Yeah.
What the hell's Deidus?
Deidus.
What is that? Oh, because of you got it. Anyway,
got there.
Anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool mission. I thought each of the Valkyries were pretty like unique and cool, and I wanted to get. I probably beat the Queen. I don't remember. I might have beat the Queen and then just stopped playing after that.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, that's all the news that I have for now.
All right, so moving on from the video game world and on to Doom Patrol.
Yes, Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
What'd you think?
I found this episode a little boring, honestly.
Okay, I can see that.
It wasn't out of place because it did fit what was going on, and I understand it was like it was a lot of Mr. Nobody trying to tell him, hey, this is what happened to the last people that came after me.
Yeah.
But I found it a little boring.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that was a little boring.
It was the whole that little twist that they had, because at first I thought they had time traveled. Yeah, which I was a little thrown off by.
And it's funny you say that, because remember I talked about, I'm like, do these people not fucking age at all? And that was the first thing that I had thought about in this. I'm like, how come they're still, like if this took place so much longer, how come they're still like not aging?
Yeah. See, in my mind, they time traveled. Okay. And I was like, wait, did they? Because I just thought that Flit.
Yeah, Flit.
Flit. I was like, I just thought that Flit could just like teleport him. I didn't know she could time travel.
Yeah.
So I was a little thrown off by that.
Yeah.
And then when we see Niles, I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Like that they're time traveling. Yeah. Because Niles isn't there.
Yeah. What?
Because Niles had already been captured at this point.
Yeah, right.
So to me, that reaffirmed my thought that they had time traveled.
Yeah, the only thing is when we saw Niles, he was the same age as where they were, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't think of that. I was just like, oh, they're time traveling.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know what I thought was really interesting though.
I'm pretty sure that Niles was put in that chair by fucking that horse.
Or did that just
hit me?
Or did the horse? Anyway, this got really awkward.
No, Niles went hard. All right, he fucked that horse up.
Or that horse went hard on Niles. It sounds like we're gonna get canceled so bad or banned somewhere. Anyway, I like the history of the Doom Patrol, like a different Doom Patrol, right? Yeah. Although one of the characters, she wasn't really in the episode that much, right? Like I feel like I don't even know her name.
The other female character, right?
Yeah, what was her name? Like Rhea, or was that the main one?
I have no idea. I don't know any other names.
So Mental was the guy who had like mind.
Yeah. Okay, I know that
control. And then, yeah, because I have Rhea. Hold on, let me see if I have anybody else's name. I guess Rhea was the one that married Niles in this movie. I mean, in this episode. I don't even have the other girl's name. Arani? Oh no, Arani was the one that married Niles, and then Rhea was the one that I didn't like. Why was she even in the episode? Because we probably could have just had two of them because she wasn't really involved that much. I don't even know what her power was.
I know.
Was it ice?
Sure. She was there.
Oh, she wasn't an ice cube at one point, or was that Rhea? I mean,
no, because Rhea was fire.
Arani. So Arani was in the ice cube.
Oh, Arani was fire then. Because the one that married Niles was fire.
She was fire?
Yeah, because I remember her shooting fire at Mr. Negative. At Larry.
Oh, in the beginning. Yeah. Like when there were the three of them in their suit.
No. When
Larry.
When he
Mr. Negative. Sorry, yes. I thought Mr. Nobody. It's Negative Man. It's not Whatever. Mr. Negative. you're confusing me. See, it was you.
Well, Mr. Negative is actually Spider-Man villain.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Did you play the Spider-Man? Oh, we'll get there. Yeah, I remember her shooting fire at him.
Yeah.
So the other one must have been ice, right? Because she froze somebody.
Yeah, no, one of them was ice, one of them was fire. I don't remember which.
So Arani was fire.
Arani was fire. That's the one that married Niles.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then so Rhea was the one that was barely in the episode, and she was just like, again, I had even forgot she was in the episode because it was just like she wasn't there half the time, and they should have had her more involved because they were the original Doom Patrol, you know. I did like their costumes though; they had like their own suits and everything like that. They had their own design. They did travel. Sorry, it mentions they flash back to Rita in 1958, which is again. Where I'm like, that's when I kind of put it together. Like, hey, how come they're still the same age, you know? And they're even acting and looking the same, even in their kind of their retro look still, you know? But it did come out to be like what, like a big old mind control thing that Mental had going on, right?
Yeah. See, I think I got bored and I missed the part where it was a flashback. So seeing Rita talking with Mento, I thought was all part of it, and then I was so confused because I was like, is there a second Rita? Like, wait, what the fuck's going on?
Right. So they did like because at one point it does show a flashback, to Rita.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, where Niles took her to meet Mental so that she can help like understand her powers.
Yeah,
and stuff like
I remember that.
Control herself. Yeah, but you just didn't see the 1958.
I just didn't see.
Oh, got it. Yeah, because I listed it specifically for that. Like, because I was like, it's a flashback. But you're right, because Mental looked the same in both timelines. If you missed the date, then you would have missed like what the hell's happening. You know, like where's the moment? They all look the same. You know, it didn't make sense. But as you progress, obviously, then we eventually discovered that it was just a mental's power controlling people to think that they were in their old times. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
No, we'll say.
I mean, that's the best it came out. So at this point,
I wrote down it seems that Mr. Nobody wanted Jane to find the Doom Patrol because it's so much better than Titans.
He led them there instead of Titans.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I was going to ask that. I'm like, does Cyborg end up going into Titans like in the same universe? But I don't really want to know. So
we've already seen Titans, so.
But I'm thinking like maybe season 4, like, because isn't there a cross? I feel like at one point I'm thinking I've heard something, but maybe I'll just wait till we watch more Doom Patrol. I don't want to spoil it for myself, Jeremy. I'm just kidding, Jeremy. Just kidding.
No, he's not.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm kind of letting you guide this because I have no idea because I watched both episodes since that was the original plan.
Yeah.
So I don't know which part I watched is from which episode.
You just mixed the notes together somehow.
Well, I am not a good note taker, like at all.
Okay.
I've never been a good note taker.
Okay.
Unlike Megan, who like does Cornell notes and everything.
Yeah. Mine are kind of just like check marks of things that I want to talk about.
That's a lot smarter. That's a great way to do it.
You have a Samsung tablet.
Yeah, I just write.
It's a paragraph.
Yes, it's a paragraph. That's it.
You look like you're writing a story.
Yes, that's how I write everything.
I mean, if it works for you, I guess.
But I mean, we've clearly it doesn't.
So anyway, they made reference back to Steve Larson. Do you remember who Steve Larson is? You don't?
Hold on. I got this. Steve Larson was the mechanic.
Yes, Jonah Vasquez. That's totally him. He's animal, vegetable, mineral man.
Oh yes.
I like that they showed him. He attacked himself in the clip.
Yes.
You know, there are some. The thing about this episode, right? Like we went from like 5 or 6 really good episodes, like just going full forward, you know, and this one kind of had to slow down and put us back into like a space, right? But there's still like a lot of good to this show, you know, like that Steve Larson reference.
Like I said, I found the episode a little boring, but I didn't necessarily dislike it. I understood why it had to be there. Like it wasn't like, oh, this was a waste of time. I was like, oh, all right, I guess we got to stop, slow down and tell the story.
Because I mean, if you're just going full forward all the whole time, you know, it's definitely gonna be like, damn, at what point?
At some point you're gonna cramp up.
The leg is gonna hurt at a certain point. I do have to say, Cyborg's the rest of his look is really awesome. Like, cool, because they showed him with no shirt on, right? A cyborg.
Go on.
Super turned on. I was super turned on.
I could just hear the.
I mean, he looked really great. Like, he could just not wear a suit, or you know, just go full nude. At this point, he's Cyborg. It'd be okay. But it's a cool design. Like, even the way it just looks on TV, compared to even the one that we've seen
the CGI one.
The CGI one, yeah, it's too much. And this one, you could tell it has a little bit of CGI.
Of course,
you know, and that's cool. It's not overdone.
But it's not a Green Lantern suit.
Yeah, it's not a Green Lantern, or it's not a Cyborg suit from like the Justice League, you know, which was like, to me, it just reminds me of like almost like crystals. And if you think about like X-Men Days of Future Past, where they introduce Emma Frost.
Yes. Which she just becomes diamonds.
She becomes that's kind of what like Cyborg looked like to me, you know, like part of him. And then even his real part, like his human side, super CGI as well. Like, why?
Yeah, it did look. He looked cartoony.
Yeah, and it didn't fit like compared to everybody else. But this Cyborg, great. This actor's great. He's so awesome too. I like him a lot. I mean, so far this whole cast has been great. You know, even the Age Doom Patrol. They're just so awesome. I like it.
It reminded me a lot of Watchmen. This episode.
Yeah.
The movie. Yeah. Not the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, the TV show's so good.
I know I didn't see it. Sorry.
You need to watch it.
I will.
Although I will kind of spoil this for you a little bit. The first episode is history.
Okay. It has to do with Juneteenth or something like that. No. I thought that's where that whole like
the Oklahoma massacre.
Was that not the Juneteenth thing?
No. Juneteenth is the way when.
I'm sorry, I'm bad at this, guys. I'm so sorry.
Juneteenth is when the rest of the news, when the rest of the people that didn't know were slaves, where they found out they were free.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm just bad at history.
Yeah, I can tell. Racist.
Wow.
Oh, but I bet you know what 4th of July is.
Yeah. It's Mexican Independence Day. Close enough. It's Mario Day. Anyway.
Did you say Mario Day?
Yeah. March 10th, Mario Day.
Oh.
You don't get it?
Okay, yeah.
Right. Okay.
That happened. Yeah, so it reminded me a lot of Watchmen, like the Age superheroes, and it was cool to see it. When they stop the doctor, I don't remember his name, but when they do stop the illusion that's going on.
Oh, okay.
And you just see how
Dr. Manhattan.
No, I'm back in
Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the doctor that's kind of presiding over them. When when he gets everything wrangled in, and you just see how everyone has aged.
Yeah. Wait, but so I thought that was Mental's power doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because the doctor had powers as well, but they didn't really.
Powers?
His name was Josh, by the way. I don't think they call him. They call him the physician. Did they call him a doctor?
Sure.
Okay. Anyway, Josh. He said he had meta powers.
I told you, terrible note taking. I am going completely off of memory.
Okay, so Josh, he had meta powers. I don't know what his powers were.
This is the weirdest superhero name.
Josh.
It just reminds me of X-Force, Deadpool 2.
Okay.
When what was his name? Pete. Was that his name? I'm pretty sure it was like Peter.
Steve. Wasn't it Steve? I swear it was like Steve.
Yeah, it was just some guy.
Steve, yeah. It wasn't Steve?
Played by a comedian, and I can't remember his name.
It wasn't Steve. I feel like it was Steve, but
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yes, but that's just mostly what it reminded me of. Yeah. From by just being named Josh.
It was Steve. Yeah, it was Steve.
All right. Who was he played by? Because I want to say Ray something.
The actor is Paul Bettany.
No, that's Vision.
Oh, Vision.
Vision is Paul Bettany.
Why did it take me to Paul Bettany then?
I'm pretty sure
I'm not good at Googling. How is it not coming up? I just typed in Steve Doom Patrol and it came up with pictures of Steve.
What? Wait, what are you talking about? Because I'm talking about Deadpool 2.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
But
oh, maybe I'm confusing it. Wait, what's this guy's name? Maybe that's not really his name. Oh, it was played by Rob Delaney. Peter.
And it is Peter.
Why did it show me Steve?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay,
Who's
I'm just
Steve?
confused. Never mind. I Googled the wrong thing. Don't trust me for Google. Just do it yourself. Just do it yourself. It's going to save us so much time.
Oh, man.
Anyway, back to Steve. Josh.
Oh, man.
Josh.
This show's a shit show.
We'll get better someday. It's been 6 months.
Has it been 6 months?
I don't know. Has it? I was just making up a date. Almost 6 months.
No, I think it has been
about 6 months.
We started June.
Okay. Well, we're in 6 months.
Well, yeah, we're on the 6th month.
Yes.
Because we started early June.
Okay.
Sure.
Right. Sure.
Whenever Army of the Dead premiered.
Yeah. I mean, nobody remembers that.
That would have been late May. So we started like the first week of June.
Okay.
And we'll figure this out one day.
Someday. But yeah, that doctor's name was Josh, but I didn't get what his powers were. He just said he was a metahuman, but he didn't say what his powers. Yeah. Because he wasn't Mental was the one creating the illusion, so that it wasn't him. I just didn't get what his powers were. He just gave him medication at the end.
Okay.
Maybe Jeremy can tell us what his powers. No, I mean, don't go too far forward, Jeremy.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and where are we with Cyborg? What else did we see from Cyborg? Because again, I don't want to talk about it if it was in the next episode. What I'm thinking.
His dad showed up to the to reboot him. Yeah, to reboot him at the mansion or whatever, the X mansion. Which there was another X mansion in this one as well. Not really, but I'm saying because it was like the X Men. Okay, I wasn't sure. Just you look confused for a second.
No, we understand.
Okay.
That's my regular face.
Yeah, his dad showed up to reboot him, and he turned on his privacy mode back on, and it was because I guess Doom Patrol Robot Man got into kind of talked to his dad about how he's a great kid, he's doing the best he can, and I guess dad in that moment trusted him a little bit more, trusts him now to be able to make his own decisions. So, and he also realized that he might be overstepping his boundaries a little bit.
Okay, all right.
That's what we saw. That's all we saw.
Okay, cool.
Cyborg and his dad.
All right,
so far.
Got it.
Yeah, and then just one more thing too is they mentioned the Brotherhood of Evil again.
Yes.
So who's the Brotherhood of Evil right now? Is it just nobody?
Yeah, that's all I could think of.
Because if it's a brotherhood, there should be more than one.
There has to be at least two.
Yeah. At least two. Steve Larson.
Yeah. So
we don't know who they are.
All right. Tune in next week and
the next episode.
Yes.
It was a good episode, Jose. I like this episode. I did.
Like I said, I didn't hate it. I just found it a little boring.
Yeah, compared to what it's been.
Yeah, and that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
It was just in comparison to what we've gotten so far.
What are your initial feelings without telling me what happens? What are the initial feelings of the next episode?
I like the next episode a lot more than I like this one.
So we'll be more excited for that one.
Yes. Yeah. So Megan texted me and I told her to just save it for the show.
Okay.
But I will tell you the one thing she said.
About what? Doom Patrol?
About Doom Patrol.
Oh my gosh, she hates it.
Oh, she hates Jane.
What the fuck? Jade is the best one.
So you guys could go at it whenever she comes back.
Oh my god! Maybe because they remind each other of each other. Jade reminds her of herself.
All those personalities.
I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
You know how she gets all aggressive out of nowhere?
I know.
She starts criticizing my coasters, which I replaced. Thank you very much. Here's one of them. There's 4. Anyway, I love Jane.
Oh yeah, you guys can fight it out.
Oh my god, Diane Guerrero was great. Oh, and also I forgot to mention his name. Cyborg's actor's name, Tavon.
I have no idea what
Joyvon Wayne.
Okay,
he's great, and we said that, but I just don't remember.
Do you know
name.
if he's in anything else? Because I can't think of him in anything else.
Not that I can think of. Not that I can think of, but he's doing great.
Yes, I really like his Cyborg, and
yeah,
like I said, he already provides so much more character. To this guy. To this character.
To this character, Cyborg. Yeah, and it's like, and again, we're just kind of touching back on it, but it's like, who knew? And what if they would have included Cyborg in freaking Teen Titans? Yeah, like in Teen Titans. In Titans, like, what if he would have had much more of an impact than what we've been getting? But then again,
I feel like if he would have been included in Teen Titans, he would have got
lost.
Yeah,
definitely. I can see that because there's.
He was in the first Purge.
I didn't see that.
It wasn't great, but
yeah.
I wonder if anybody else can hear that.
I know. I'm curious too. Maybe it's just us. But no, yeah, he was. He's been great. So you're right. He probably would have got lost, especially in the amount of characters that we got.
Oh, he's been
Titans.
in Doctor Who. He was Bixby. Hold on.
Bixby.
It wasn't Bixby. It was Rigsy, I think it was. In the Clara's episode, the one where she dies, Face the Raven.
That was him. He was. Are you sure?
No, I am looking for it right now. Joyvon Wade, right?
J-O-I.
Yeah, he was in that episode.
Oh,
he was Rigsy.
Oh, wow, is that him?
Yes,
that's really cool. That is him.
He just has a little more hair,
and then much younger, right? Too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a trip. Crazy, because I would never have thought that was him. But yeah, now I see it. Totally see it.
Yeah, Rigsy.
Yeah, cool.
All right, I had to go. I had to do a little bit of gymnastics to get there, but
yeah, crazy how these universes are tied together. No, just kidding. But yeah,
there's a lot of. I'm pretty sure every British actor you've seen has been in Doctor Who at some point.
Yeah, so he's probably is he British? Like yes. Now we know. I didn't know that. That's crazy. He plays a really great American accent too.
Most Brits do.
That's embarrassing. We can't get Americans to do these things.
No.
Anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
When I was watching something about when they cast Hugh Laurie as House, the director, the showrunner, wanted to cast an American, and he was like, "We're gonna cast an American for this role." And then when he saw Hugh Laurie's performance, he was just like,
"As an American,
yep, he's American, all right."
You're right. That's funny. Cool.
All right, so
that's it for Doom Patrol.
All right, so moving on a little bit more, Hawkeye,
Ronin.
Yes. All right, so go on, Jaime.
Actually, I really didn't hate this episode. I really enjoyed this episode.
Just because there was more Maya.
There was more Maya, so we did get more Maya. There was also.
Dude, I don't understand why you like Maya so much. She doesn't even get a line.
It's because she has.
That was a joke.
I know. I'm trying to avoid you trying to imply something. No, I mean she's so.
I was
cool,
kidding. She's great.
Yeah, like she's really interesting. I did. I really like this episode. And just guys, ahead of times again, we're gonna spoil Hawkeye. Okay, if you haven't seen it, I just saw something back in the later notes that we're gonna spoil. So
yes. So we started out with Kate Bishop and Yelena.
No, actually, we started off with just Yelena's story. When she got blipped.
Oh, that's right.
Which was actually, I was really impressed with that scene and like how much story we got out of Yelena, even though I'm not a huge fan of Yelena, but I was really like into the story, like how they showed her and how they kind of explained how it was called the blip, or what was it called?
The blip.
Okay. So they kind of how they explained like she was going around saving widows, or she was in this situation in this person's house trying to save a widow. And she was with that other widow who's another badass, and I want to know more about her too. And then they show her just kind of like disintegrate and then come back at the same time, but it's like 5 years later. So I thought
that was so well done.
It was so well done.
It looks like it's like how big a fan I am of one shot takes.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. But I really love the part like where it shows how much of a badass she's becoming.
Yeah.
excuse me, when she's face to face with this former widow, or I guess current widow, or brainwashed widow, quote unquote.
Well, she wasn't brainwashed.
Well, she wasn't brainwashed. That was what the quotes were for.
Got you.
Yeah. So, but the first thing, when she throws a plate at her, like she doesn't even flinch.
Yeah.
Like it was just total badassery right there.
Okay.
Like she doesn't even flinch.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no. Like, I guess I saw it a little bit differently from
How
my
did you
perspective.
see it? Like she didn't see the plate coming.
Like she didn't feel it. Like no, but like in the sense of like it wasn't real. You know, like, but that was just me probably being critical of Yelena, and I'm like, whatever, drama. Okay, because also Adolfo did point out something in the scene too, and I didn't notice it until like a second take. Is that like at one point that that the widow that they're there to save, right, like headbutts her. Well, actually, Yelena flings her head back. She flings her head back like she got headbutt, but homegirl in the front didn't headbutt her. You know, like it was just like a fake ass shot in that moment. And so that was the only thing, like in that fight, that was the only thing I was like, oh, okay. And so that's why the plate thing too, like when I saw the plate thing, it was kind of like, man, you know. But no, I'm happy you liked it.
Yeah, it was badass.
Okay.
The fight was. It wasn't as marvelly as usual.
No, right.
Like, it was definitely a little better.
Yeah.
More fun to watch. But yeah, that scene where you just see her disintegrate and just come right back.
Yeah, it's like she was like in her hand and it just like dusted.
Yeah, and it was so great because
so great.
It shows you exactly how the passage of time came to be with them.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing with Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
In WandaVision?
WandaVision, yeah.
Yeah, like we got to see the same thing, like her just disintegrate and come right back in that hospital.
Yeah.
And
this was better done though. I feel like
much better because you had that whole single take of her like walking and then kind of you see her that she's kind of feeling it but she doesn't know what it is yet, and then like crazy. When it happens it's just like, oh shit, she just got blipped.
It was amazing. Like it was mind blowing to even just see, and I guess because it wasn't as apparent or as like in the forefront with Monica Rambeau, at least I don't remember it being that way. In seeing her go through it, I was like, wow, because not only that, but like the world changes, but like slowly to her. Yeah. You know, it wasn't like, it was just like, it went from white to blue or whatever it was.
She sees things age.
Yeah. It progressed around her as she's like moving through. And I was like, whoa, that's so crazy. Cause I even started thinking like, where do these people go when they got blipped? You know? And I think I forgot that scene about Monica Rambeau from WandaVision, but it was just such a cool transition. And then like her going through it and her feeling it, and then you're just like, oh shit, like this literally just happened to her and she's already back and it's a different time. Yeah,
and also with Monica Rambeau, you don't see the environment around her.
Oh, okay.
You just see her like sitting, like she sits in a chair like next to her mom who's dying.
Okay.
And then like I think she falls asleep, and then you just see her disintegrate and come right back.
Oh, okay.
And then like her mom's gone, and
got it.
We have that scene.
But it wasn't like the way that we saw
nothing like that.
They definitely improved that idea though. Yeah. It was great. It was a great scene. I was really like I said, I enjoy Yelena's scene introduction to this one, so it's pretty cool.
I also liked. Moving on. Yeah. There's that interrogation scene with Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Because it's what it was. It was an interrogation.
Yeah.
With her just constantly like, oh, Kate Bishop, and are you saying my full name just so I know you know it? Yes. All right, so what did you think?
I hated it.
Why?
Because of both of them. Because of both. I'm just making faces. But you could keep telling what you were saying, and we could talk about what I was.
No, yeah, like I like Yelena.
Yeah, I know. And you like Kate Bishop. Yeah.
And I like Kate Bishop. I don't hate Kate Bishop as much as you two.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like she's acting her character.
Okay.
That's it. But that whole when she's just like, I don't have any weapons on me. Okay, I lied. I don't have any weapons in my hand. And then but she rolls up her sleeves and she sees that the widow's bite. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
And she's just like, okay, I lied again. It was charming to me. Like the way she was talking to her was very much. It was very, very calm. There wasn't that over the top interrogations that we usually see in movies.
Yeah.
It was very much, let's have a conversation.
Yeah, I get you.
And it was threatening without being threatening.
Okay.
That's kind of what I felt it was. And she got mac and cheese because we all know she loves mac and cheese.
So I get what you're saying.
Okay.
I can.
So what are you wrong about this time?
I'm not. I can appreciate that you enjoyed this scene of them two. I was just double as annoyed as. I was just double annoyed. I don't know. Like I think that the way that they. Well, I mean, they're both playing their characters. I get it. At least Kate Bishop wasn't talking that much because Yelena was doing most of the talking in this scene. It was annoying to me. It was so annoying to me.
Why?
I don't like the fake ass accents that they have to make, or that Yelena had to make. I don't like the you want mac and cheese? Oh yeah, like come on, let's have dinner. Oh, I love hot sauce. Like I don't like shit like that. I guess
you don't like personality.
I mean, I don't feel like it's personality. I feel like it's just like obnoxious. I don't know. Maybe okay. I don't like an obnoxious personality. I was trying to not be in this. And you know what else? Okay, I was trying to not be that dislike. I dislike them that much. Mm-hmm. Again, at least Kate Bishop was a little bit quiet in this one. Another thing too. Once the interrogation,
according to Megan, she's very quiet.
She whispers. Well, yeah, but I mean, like she's not saying as much. I don't know. I was really honestly. I have things like double the annoyance. I think Kate made me like Yelena, and then I was like, never mind. I hate them both.
Well, you're wrong. First off.
Also, I get it. She's a Black Widow. Stop jumping out of fucking windows. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't.
Or off of roofs.
If I could jump off of roofs and windows, you don't think I would every single time?
I
wouldn't even use your door, Jaime.
Or you wouldn't end up in my place. We are. It didn't work for me. I mean, it didn't work for me, but I got the point of the scene. I got that, she was there. Hey, I'm warning you about like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill Clint. It was just too much chit chat. And even at the end, right, where she goes, "Oh, thank you for the girls' night." It didn't do it for me. And that's the only thing that I'm really complaining about, because the rest of the episode was great.
Yeah, anything with Yelena does it for me.
I mean, it's for you. She looked great. I do have to say that. I like her hair.
I really like her hair.
It looked really good down, and kind of like wavy the way she had it. Even that little like bohemian outfit that she had on, super gay right there. Like she had on, it was cool. She looked great. I have to say, that's it. But then
she was in focus.
She was in focus. The audio was there, unfortunately. But we do get a pretty like deep scene with Hawkeye, and I thought, man, like I felt that scene, like where he goes up to, like at a certain point he goes up to like the Avengers like plaque that they have on the wall, and it's a list of all of them, and he's like talking to Natasha.
Yeah, and it's right there where we first saw that iconic scene.
Yeah. It was so impactful, and like again, like Megan was talking about last week, how he just plays the role so great. I mean, he did, like that emotion that you felt behind that scene, like the vibe that you were getting from him, like it was just overall the mood of that scene was very appropriate. He knew how to deliver his lines great. Just everything that he was going to plan to do after that was like, you're ready for it, I think I teared up a little bit. Might have. I've been crying all week, by the way. Too many things.
That's okay.
But no, it was I do really have to say that was a great scene, and Maya and him have really made the show like super great for me. I know you can appreciate the whole thing, but so far that's been the most important. Like that scene to me it got me really good. Yeah, for sure. What'd you think?
No, definitely. Yeah, exactly. The way he delivers it, when you see him just turn his hearing aid down, it just it lets you know that he's shutting out the entire world just so he could give his entire attention to Natasha.
Right.
And it just shows that the love he had for her, and how much he cared for her, and how much he still sees her as a big part of his life. Yeah, that was definitely a great scene. Yeah,
definitely. And so we can even, I guess, get onto the whole Jack getting arrested as well. Yes. Because I guess his, Kate's mom found out that, well, at least the way it was portrayed was that like he is the one running the tracksuit gang.
Yes.
And so he got arrested and he's being all casual and like nah, I'm fine, blah blah blah, right? And he got arrested. What'd you think?
I mean, he got arrested. Really isn't much. Yeah. I do think that he is definitely not the well, I mean, obviously he's not the villain. Like, especially coming to see what we find out later.
Yeah.
He is obviously not the villain. I like the character. I like the actor. I like the way he plays it. That whole nonchalant, very cool. But you see him switch. I mean, and we haven't seen it too often. Like I think the we saw it in the first episode where he just goes from this cool, very, very jovial, happy, like charming guy, to all of a sudden that tone where he's just like a little more serious,
right? And
we see it like in the first episode, and then we see it again when he puts that sword to Clint's neck.
Yeah, that's true.
And in that episode, you see him flip, like he goes from this intensity to all of a sudden, oh, I didn't realize you were an Avenger.
Yeah,
and I just think that's great. I think he's definitely a versatile actor.
Yeah.
I like what he's doing with the character.
For sure.
I know you're not a fan of the Groucho glasses without the glasses.
No, I'm not a fan
Groucho
of the fake accent. I think that's really the issue that I have with
Okay.
it. Because everything else, I mean, even his fake face, like, is okay at this point. Like, I'm used to it. but it's just the accent just doesn't do it for me. But you're right.
Accents always do it for me.
I think it depends, but he definitely does go between the two characters or the two sides of that character really well. So he's been a great character.
Yeah.
Now, without the fake accent. And we also got more insight into like Maya, what drives Maya, right? Well, obviously her dad's death, but then when Ronan, who is Hawkeye, finally confronts her and like goes to battle her and they fight.
Yeah,
that was a great scene.
And it was well shot again, shot, well choreographed, and it was fun to watch.
Yes.
And when he tells her, I was tipped off.
Yeah,
because at first I thought that it might have been a different iteration of Ronan that took out her dad.
Okay. So he was tipped off. What did he mean by that?
There's just that somebody told him that they were gonna have that meeting there, basically.
Oh, okay.
So I think he said like one of the.
So he went there to kill them anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he was there. Yeah, he was there exactly to kill them.
Okay.
But yeah, he just says like, "Oh, I was tipped off as to when this was happening."
Got it. It didn't make sense to me in that moment.
Yeah, and then that's what led her to be like, "Hey, why weren't you there to?"
Yeah, to Jon Snow too.
Yes. Little Johnny.
But like you said, like that moment again was another moment where we talk about Hawkeye just being so on character, so perfect, and then Maya's passion too. Like she has no lines. She's deaf, she's mute or yeah. Anyways, she doesn't. She's like they're talking through signs, and her passion, her expression, her vibe in that scene too. Like, dude, like that's amazing. She's great character fit.
Yeah, and then that's definitely like a really cool thing about hiring an actual deaf actress.
Yeah,
because deaf people are very expressive. When they talk because they have to be.
Yeah.
You can't hear the expression in their voice, but you can always see it in their face.
Yeah.
And I mean, she does it great.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the good thing about like you said, those deaf people playing those roles is just that you see it, as opposed to somebody else like pretending to be deaf. You won't see the expression, you won't see the real signs, you won't see this. It's almost like a fake accent.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. But and so should we just move on to like the grand finale that we got at the end?
Yeah, we can do that.
Or wait, did we miss something?
No, I don't think so. No. Besides her now thinking that Kazi's had something to do with her father's death,
right?
I think we could go. Although, because she's Native American.
Yeah.
And whenever I just hear the name of her tribe, though, I kind of like in my brain, because I think it's like the Menominee tribe.
Okay.
Or hold on, it was Menominee. So in my brain, my brain always just goes do 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 do.
I knew that was coming right now. I was like, oh no,
come on, Menominee.
Oh my god, I'm not part of this show. Anyway, so let's jump off of that. Racist, but and so Yelena's follows Kate's mom because we found out that Kate's mom is actually the one that should have been arrested instead of Jack. And there's a picture.
But why can't they both be the bad guys?
Are they both the bad guys though?
No, but I'm saying like, why can't they? Because you're just like, oh, she got arrested instead of Jack. Like, okay, what if Jack really is running the
tracksuit gang?
Yeah, I was going to call him the trench coat mafia, but that's a totally different thing. So yeah, like, what if he's really running that and she's doing other shady things? I mean, I don't think that's what's going on, but
yeah, because that's not what. I mean, we got a picture. It's just not gonna happen. I don't know. No, well, I mean, I don't know. What if we find out he's just a good guy? Like, what's wrong with that?
Well,
you know?
Yeah. I mean,
even though he has a really bad accent, you know. Like, anyway, but yeah. So Yelena follows Kate's mom, who ends up being. We discover that she's the villain.
Yes, and she takes a picture with her with like an old Razor flip phone.
Yes, the shittiest picture in the fucking world in 2021 or whatever.
I think it's like 2024.
Oh, it's the
show. Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Why?
I think everything got screwed up with the 5 years.
Oh, the blip.
Yeah.
Oh, so we had to jump forward.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so we'll say 2020. What? So why not 2026? 5 years?
I don't know.
All right. Anyway,
I don't know how this works, man, but I'm pretty sure it's 2024.
Yeah. And okay, 2024, and we do get a picture of Kate's mom. What's her name?
Vera Farmiga.
Kate's mom. Eleanor.
Yeah.
Okay. Eleanor Bishop. I think that's her name.
Sounds right.
And Kingpin in the picture. Finally.
We finally get a look at Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes. That in the shitty ass picture.
In the worst picture ever.
Stupid Yelena. Why the fuck was she jumping out of windows trying to take a picture? The fuck? Her razor phone, like you said.
It was such a terrible picture.
It was a terrible picture.
But I mean,
they would be on Galaxy Galaxy Note 25 or 26 at that point. 30.
No, they stopped making the Note.
30. No, actually, there's one coming out again.
Are they?
Yeah.
Bastards.
They lie.
I just got an Ultra.
They were trying to get people to buy the Ultras a lot, I feel like.
God damn it. Could have waited.
I swear there's one coming out, but maybe I'm lying. I don't know. I was talking to the T-Mobile rep. Oh, Brenda. Brenda listens to... Oh, you don't know Brenda.
I don't know Brenda.
But Brenda, you're listening.
Hi,
She's
Brenda.
the one to tell me about the Note 22s.
Tell us more about the Note 22s.
She wants to be a guest on the show, too. To tell us about the Note 22s. No, just
yeah, just bring her in.
Yeah.
So we'll have tech talk.
Yeah. Maybe they should have talked to her before they were to go take this damn picture of the Kingpin. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'm excited to see Kingpin. Yeah. Excited.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
cool.
I've always said I love Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
he is amazing in everything he does,
Yeah.
and I'm totally in on anything he does.
Yeah.
To me, Vincent D'Onofrio is a white Terry Crews because I will watch Terry Crews in anything as well.
Okay.
Even really shitty Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, but no, I mean, one more episode left at this point, you know, and we got the Kingpin in this one.
Yes. So one thing that because at the point that I just was like, oh yeah, it has to be D'Onofrio's Kingpin because was that they just keep referring to him as the big guy, and I was like, they're doing that specifically to not say the Kingpin. Yeah. And now that we've seen him, I promise you they will never refer to him as the big guy again.
Yeah, he's gonna be Kingpin all along.
Every single time, like every time they mention him, it'll be the Kingpin or Fisk.
Yeah. They could have just said Kingpin at this point, but yeah. I mean, we could have been waiting. I mean, well, we got it.
I mean, yeah,
we got
they
it.
did it for the reveal.
It was a big reveal.
I'm so down for that.
Yeah, cool. And last episode is this next week or this week. So we'll see how it ends. I'm excited to see how it's a 6-episode series, right?
Yeah, 6 episodes. So yeah, we have the last episode on Wednesday.
Wednesday. See how it ends.
So tune in next week and we'll give you how we feel about that. Too.
Yeah. We will.
Right. Jaime will tell you.
Yeah, definitely.
So
yes, sir. The grand finale.
Did you watch any movies this week?
Just one this morning at 8:50 a.m. and I was being all angry because we couldn't get to the theater earlier. It's like, why aren't you open at 8? Like they start the movie at 8:50 and they open at like 8:30.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to buy anything, but we saw Spider-Man.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into Spider-Man,
God damn it.
I'm gonna do with the fans the same thing that the movie did to me twice. I will make them sit through the trailers.
Yeah.
So we got a few trailers.
Yeah.
We got Kingman. I love the Kingman series.
I didn't see that one.
No,
No.
It's the very first trailer on both of the times I went. Have you seen the trailers of Kingman at all?
Yeah. Wait, Kingsman?
Kingman. Well, this is
Kingman.
Kingsman.
Okay.
This is
This is a prequel, right?
Yeah, this is a prequel one with Rasputin.
Yeah, I've seen it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like the Kingman series, the Kingsman series. I'm excited for this. We also got Lightyear because we're gonna get a Buzz Lightyear movie.
Yeah.
Which I assume we'll probably get a Woody movie at some point.
Yeah.
The Batman trailer. The Batman trailer looked cool. You didn't think so?
I mean, I feel like it's the same trailer. No.
No.
Okay.
Because we got to see Andy Serkis as Alfred, which I got really excited about because I had no idea Andy Serkis was in this movie at all.
So maybe they just showed me a bunch of old trailers because everything you're talking about is new to me.
Really?
Yeah. So we just got old trailers at the theater. They ripped me off, and they made me wait.
And they made you wait. Yeah, because we got a new trailer to the Batman.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool.
Okay.
But like I said, Andy Serkis, another actor that I absolutely love, and you have no idea who he is.
No.
Andy Serkis? He was Ulysses Claw from Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
And Age of Ultron.
Okay. Circus. Got it.
Yes.
I put circus.
We saw Sonic.
That was good.
Yeah, the Sonic trailer looked fun.
Yes,
and I haven't seen the first one, and it made me want to go watch it. The first one.
I completely agree. I was like, man, I gotta watch the first one so I can go see this one. I probably I'll have to catch it now.
And Jim Carrey looks
Eggman.
extra Jim Carrey.
Yes, and extra Eggman.
Yeah, and I'm totally down for that.
Yes. Yeah, it was good. It was a good trailer. It was a good trailer. They showed off Tails as well. Oh, Knuckles was in it as well.
Yes,
you saw those, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Knuckles like that Idris Elba voice.
Yeah,
which I'm just like, I don't know if that fits, but I'm in.
Well, and have we talked about this before?
Yeah, because we talked about Idris Elba, and you talked about the voices.
Yeah, I had deja vu all of a sudden, and well, because in the game that I played, which was the Sonic 2 Adventures, it was on the GameCube, is when I played it the most.
Yeah.
He had a deeper voice. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to listen to Idris Elba talk.
Yeah.
We saw the ambulance trailer, which just. Oh, I saw the ambulance trailer twice.
Is this a movie?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm not gonna watch this movie. It's also Yahya Abdul-Mateen, whom I also like.
Okay.
But two guys go in to rob a bank, and it goes south, and a cop gets shot, and they hijack an ambulance, and they're trying to save the cop's life in the ambulance while they're running away from the cops.
Speed?
Exactly.
Okay. Speed? Yeah. Okay.
We had a Channing Tatum movie that I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was with a dog. No?
No.
I feel like I watched the whole movie in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
So he was taking like this army dog whose owner died.
Yeah.
Like whose soldier owner died.
Yeah.
Like he was gonna take him somewhere.
Okay.
And they show you the whole trip
movie,
through,
like,
in the trailer. Yeah, like he even gets to his destination in the trailer.
What the fuck?
So I've seen this movie already.
Yeah,
apparently.
there's no point. Yeah.
Uncharted. Did you see the Uncharted trailer?
I mean, it was the same trailer though. So I think I got like just old stuff.
Yeah, I think the Uncharted trailer was similar. And again, I feel like they show too much.
Yeah. I do feel though, like seeing Tom Holland, maybe the trailer
not be Spider-Man.
well, seeing him in this time that I saw the trailer, I did feel like, okay, I can see him as Drake, right?
Yeah.
It fit a little bit more in my head in that moment. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if the other characters kind of fit the environment.
I'm like, why is Mark Wahlberg getting work when we have Tom Selleck?
Yeah,
who definitely looks a part of Sully a lot more and can rock a mustache.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't get it either. So it was just kind of one of those things. But I did see, at least I saw better glimpses of Tom Holland being, being
Not Spider-Man.
not Spider-Man. Well, but again, I told you I saw the movie called Cherry that he was in.
Oh yeah,
great movie. It was a great, and I feel like it's really like not that well known either. And I really recommend that movie because it was just such a mind trip, but also very like drama. Like you felt that movie a lot,
Yeah.
and he did a great job in it. So
yeah.
yeah.
We saw Morbius again.
Yep. Morbius.
Although, and I wanted to double check this, but for this renowned scientist to refer to it as a bat radar,
yeah,
just seemed a little off.
yeah. It's Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and now our future presentation.
Spoilers ahead, by the way, for
Yes.
Spider-Man No Way Home, right?
Yes,
Okay. Oh, no, that's what it was called, right?
as far as I know.
Yeah.
All right. So we opened the movie exactly where the last movie left off.
Yes, we did.
Where we have J. Jonah Jameson showing the video of Mysterio revealing the identity of Peter Parker.
Yeah, yeah.
And Peter, of course, what the
Yeah. He still didn't say it.
Yeah.
It's a Disney movie after all. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though PG-13 still gets one F-bomb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they have an F-bomb at all?
No.
Oh.
But
they could have used it.
Oh, yeah, they could have used it.
Damn it.
And it would have fit.
Yes, perfectly.
But they didn't want kids going around going, what the fuck?
I mean, they do anyway. So.
Oh, yeah. My mom
Yeah.
would have just smacked me in the face. Didn't care who saw.
Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. No.
Yeah, and then that whole scene of him just, taking MJ away.
Yeah, yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah,
it
was.
It was a fun start to the movie.
Yeah.
It does let you see that urgency
Right.
in him, like, oh shit, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, yeah. Everything got put out there on him, for sure. And now the whole world knew,
Yeah.
which is why the movie happens.
Yeah,
So,
and then of
yeah.
course you get like those onlookers or those bystanders. And Spider-Man hit me. He just hit me.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Wait, did you see that Karen trying to attack Spider-Man at a certain point? What the fuck?
And that's when she's the one that was like, "Oh, Spider-Man just hit me.
Oh, okay.
He just hit me."
I thought she was trying to grab him, to get him arrested.
Yeah, like he
because-
kind of pushed her her hand out of the
that's
way,
when she got
basically.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And she's like, "He hit me."
It was awkward and very appropriate.
Yeah, very, 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 very appropriate for the times. You're right.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, it was crazy. I do. I mean, this is a very great movie. At least like kind of that transition movie. The one thing I can start off by saying though is that I feel like MJ's character was a little bit more like weaker than she's been in like the previous movies. Like she felt more like a victim, more like, I don't know how else to say that. Like at least in the beginning part of it where she was just kind of like down all the time. And then towards the end when she was just kind of like being all quiet, and stuff like that. I feel like they kind of toned her down a bit in regards to her personality. Really?
No.
Especially in the first scene, like when well, not in the first scene, but like after they discover that he's like kind of Spider-Man, she's just being really like kind of a downer. I felt like through the scene.
You kind of don't see her that well, like in the beginning, because you see her when it first happens, and I mean she's in shock. So she's in shock, and she's surrounded by people who are just kind of like swarming her.
Yeah.
So of course she's 17.
Yeah.
So again, put yourself in that mindset.
Yes.
And I mean,
I have no sympathy.
Yeah, just being swarmed by people. And
no, but that's not the scene that I'm talking about. I think the scene that I'm talking about was when they're having a conversation. I think they were on the
rooftop.
Yeah, on the rooftop, and it just
yes, my Spider Lord.
And she was being funny, but I did feel like she was like being kind of like just so like even down to her quote, right? And I don't remember this from the previous movies. If she said it, Yeah. But her quote was like, if you go into it disappointed, you won't be disappointed.
If you expect disappointment, you won't be disappointed.
You won't be disappointed. So I was like, why is she being such a downer?
Well, I mean, she has been like that all the time. Like
I feel like she was tougher.
I mean, in the first two episodes, because she's very much that kind of depressed.
She's being like emo.
Yeah,
yeah, I get you.
And she's always been like that.
Okay,
like I didn't feel like it was out of character.
Okay,
and it's also coming to and you also gotta see it as her relationship with Peter has evolved.
Yeah,
so they're not just
true.
friends, and she could show him a little bit more of who she is, like break that shell a little bit.
That's a really good point. Yeah,
and it's not just her
she can be
flipping
more
him off.
vulnerable.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get you.
It's not just her flipping him off from across the cafeteria
I
like
get
we see
you.
in the first episode.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So yeah, I can see it because I mean she does evolve, she does change in the movie too, and I mean not necessarily change. She goes back to just being her, just her like she's just ready to go, like help out and do anything she can. Did you see the differences from the trailers? Well, not the obvious one, right? But let's talk about the Doctor Strange trailers that we got, right?
Okay, wait. All right, go ahead.
So when we discover early on that Wong is actually the Sorcerer Supreme, it's not Doctor Strange. But in that scene that they're in, the snow is covered everywhere
because a blizzard from Siberia blew in.
Yeah, exactly.
They left the portal open.
Right. So what's up with the two kids that were just shoveling snow? They just work for them.
Yeah, you just sometimes have to hire kids to shovel your snow.
And they look kind of like hypnotized.
Yeah,
that was so weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
I didn't get it. I still don't get it, and I just forgot about it until right now. Anyway, he didn't come off as arrogant as he had been coming off in trailers. Yeah, like I feel like there was obviously two different scenes because there was also something that Wong said that he goes, make sure not to use that spell, and then I thought I quoted him. He says, don't do that spell. I'm the preview. Yeah, he says don't do the spell in the preview, but Wrong is he says something different.
Yeah, he just says just leave me out of it.
That's
exactly what he says.
Exactly, that's what he says. So it wasn't exactly.
I saw this movie twice.
I know,
and I would have watched it again too.
I'm gonna watch it again someday
if I knew I had time.
Today?
Yes,
bitch. You could have gone with me. I had an empty seat next to us. Oh, but you don't have. Well,
I
would
pay for it. I don't care.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I'll invite you. Why are you crying? I'm sorry.
Because I thought we were friends.
I mean,
you Spider-Man without me.
It's for the show, bitch. You saw it twice without me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You didn't invite me anytime either. You probably took that other person.
Nope, by myself, just like the good Lord intended it.
Oh my god,
I was not gonna be paying attention to anybody else.
Oh my god. Stop. This is recorded and goes on video. Anyway, so yeah, I did notice that there were some slight changes in the way the personality of Doctor Strange came off compared to the trailers.
A little misleading.
Yeah, misleading. The trailers did make him seem super arrogant, and maybe because of some of the things were taken out of context a little bit too. But in this one, he was a lot more subdued. Well, he was a lot more kind of trying to be sympathetic about like what Peter Parker's going through in that moment. He's like, hey, I don't have the stone, like I don't know what you want me to do, but it didn't come off like him just being like arrogant, which was why a lot of people thought he was gonna be Mephisto, or he wasn't really himself, and that's why I called it. I was like, no, he was just being himself.
Although I mean, he played the role of Mephisto in this. Near the end, we'll go. Because when we get there.
So that was my thing. Like he didn't come off as arrogant as I expected. Came off really confident, really, like he was trying to help genuinely, as opposed to being just like a smart ass. Even in the magic scene, it was the same thing. Like I swear, in the magic scene in the previews that we got, it was a lot more arrogance, the vibe that he was giving off, and then he was just like, "No, I'm just gonna help you. Let's do it. Like let's try to fix this. Okay, cool. Let's do different worlds." So, what'd you think about that?
I mean, I think the way he plays the role is always a little arrogant.
A little bit,
But that's part of the personality. To me, it never hinted at, oh man, I don't think this is Doctor Strange at all. Like I just thought that was definitely a reach.
Yeah. Around.
But yeah, I mean, just he played the role the way he always plays the role.
Yeah, not as misleading as the trailers made it seem.
Oh yeah,
which is what got people thinking.
Yeah. Well, also I didn't I
didn't see it either.
Yeah, I usually try to avoid trailers.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch the basic ones.
Yeah.
Because I don't want things ruined for me. I do like I think they had released the first scene of the movie.
Of which one? Of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh,
like they had released it on YouTube.
Oh,
I never watched it.
Damn, I'm happy I didn't come across it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna watch it when I get there.
So I logged up for all social media since Tuesday night.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, good job.
Dude, like I didn't log on at all. I like nobody tell me anything about this fucking movie. I swear to God, But I was at least like in anticipation. I was excited to see what was going to happen for sure. I really like the way that they started doing Spider-Man's Spider Sense, because I don't think they ever really focused on it before, huh?
You didn't. I think we got a visual on it this time around, didn't we?
It was a vibe. Like it was just like a blur almost
kind of like
that would happen.
Yeah, kind of like we see in either the cartoon or the the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah, right. But it wasn't. You're right. Like it hasn't. It's never been like that until now.
Yeah,
right?
and I think the reason is because you can't see it.
Yeah,
when it happens. Like
well done though.
It's but it was the camera work portrayed it very well because we saw it in the part where he's pushed out of the body.
Yeah,
was when you see that little blur around him. But the way the camera worked afterwards, where it would kind of like blur out the background.
Yeah.
It was definitely a little more and his acting as well.
Yeah, you could feel it, right? Like you could feel like
the dread.
Yeah, the dread, and like he knows something's about to happen, but he doesn't exactly know what, and that it takes him a little bit to figure it out. But it was cool, like just the focus on him, the blur in the back, even the voices sounding kind of muffled when it was, they started sounding kind of muffled to him. Like it was really cool. I was like, man, you really feel the spider sense, because like you said, they might have had it, or he might just have instincts in other movies, but this one was like there was a focus on that spider sense.
Because the first time you kind of see it is Infinity War.
Okay.
Where you just see the hairs on his arm just stand up. Right? Like that's kind of how they do it. Like the hairs on his arm just stand up.
Yeah.
And then you see it a little more in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
Where the Peter Tingle,
and
he uses it to take down Mysterio.
Yeah. Oh yeah. At the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it's
then,
crazy.
Yeah, and then in this one, it does focus a lot more on it.
Yes.
And it was definitely really cool to watch. The scene where we got Dr. Octopus.
Oh, amazing.
Like, it's coming too.
Oh my God, it was so amazing.
And like, again, you see when his spider sense goes off when he's mid-conversation with Oprah.
Yeah.
It's not really Oprah, but I just can't. I don't know. I don't know who she was. But mid-conversation, like he's trying to get his friends into MIT.
Yeah.
And you see like his selflessness.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, no, not me. Like just, they're really smart.
Right. He wasn't thinking about himself in that moment. And you could tell, he just wanted everything to be okay for them, if anything.
And like, you start hearing the thumping.
Yeah.
And
so
you're just
badass.
like, oh, you know what's coming.
Yeah.
And you're still like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like, in anticipation for it.
It was good. It was so good. So I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but I am. The one
We're
thing
used to it.
The issue.
Nope, you're wrong.
There was no surprise with the villains.
Yeah.
Because, and again, this is spoilers completely at this point, right? We didn't even get a Sinister Six, right? We got 5.
Yeah.
The something 5s. Like I don't know,
The fastidious 5.
Okay, that's a really strange word. Okay,
Sure.
but
Look it up.
We got 5 of them. It was a missed opportunity. I feel like they could have done Sinister Six. We could have got Mysterio. Could have been a surprise.
And technically, we got 4.
Because
Dr.
Octopus became good.
Yeah, switches sides.
Yeah.
He plays for both teams.
That could have been. They could have held on to that to the end. You're right. Like it was kind of like one of those. He could have been one of the people battling, but then again, it wouldn't. Oh, he could have been the first one they healed. And then that would have made it even more like impactful. The whole battle, right?
Yeah.
But it was a missed opportunity to do.
Oh yeah,
the Sinister Six.
Because I was totally expecting either Mysterio or Vulture.
Yeah, and Vulture would have made sense too because of the Morbius movie. And Mysterio because he just died. It would have unfortunately. Unfortunately, though, it wouldn't like. If I feel like if it was Mysterio, I feel like it was Mysterio's too soon, but it would have fit the theme of all of the villains that came back because ultimately they're all dead in their universes.
Yeah.
So I think that it was kind of a missed opportunity to like not include that sixth villain, and it wasn't overdone. Even having just the 5 of them, sometimes movies could feel overdone with characters and with everything. But I don't feel like this was overdone with the Sinister 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the same ring.
It doesn't have the same ring to it. It doesn't have the. I mean, it could have been like. Honestly, I mean, I'm just gonna throw something out there. It could have been Prowler from the Into the Universe, because he died, you know, in the into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Just a thought, you know. You know, stuff could have happened, you know. Yeah. No, but it was a missed opportunity, but the intro of Doctor Octopus, amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I was super into it. That whole nanite situation that happened too, where some of Spider-Man's nanites like got absorbed by the tentacles.
Yeah.
And then the tentacles ended up not even responding to Dr. Octopus anymore.
Bluetooth technology.
That easy connecting.
Yeah.
It was funny. But it was a great scene. It was a great vibe, but I felt like there wasn't enough surprises with what. I mean, even with the surprises, there wasn't no surprises.
Really? Like, it just didn't do it for you?
With the villains. Okay, with the villains. What's the
because
villains?
again, an uncut shot. Again, I'm
Uncut?
a huge fan of them.
Uh-huh.
And
Me too.
when when Spidey gets to when Aunt May and Happy are breaking up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that whole thing, like the camera following Happy and then switching over to Peter, and like when he's running around just shutting down all the curtains and everything.
Yeah.
It was just it was well made. Like,
Yes.
it was still well done.
Yeah.
And that was also the first time that MJ has met May.
Yeah.
That I hadn't thought about.
Was it? Did they make that a point? I don't remember that.
because she's like, "Oh, you must be MJ."
Oh.
In the like when they walk in on him and think dirty things.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking dirty things too. Tom Holland in that moment. Jesus Christ. I know you can't appreciate the same thing, but it was great. Amazing.
You good?
Spider-Man. A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
Yeah.
Oh my. All right.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, Spider-Man gets arrested.
Yeah.
Because we are moving a little. Because we already moved past the first big surprise.
Yeah. Which was
Charlie Cox,
who?
Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil. Okay. Yeah, he was just being Daredevil.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he was being the lawyer. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it sucks because
Didn't we know this was gonna happen though too?
Well, it hadn't been confirmed, and Charlie
okay.
Cox had denied it
Yeah.
fervorously.
Yeah. People clapped.
That sounds right. Yeah, in my showing too.
Too? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and it was great. Like,
it was great, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
But you definitely knew it was gonna happen after the Kingpin reveal.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's why they waited to not tell us too. But yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, because
There was a brick that got thrown into the window, and
he
like,
just catches it.
He catches it, and Spider-Man's like, "What? Like, how did you do that?" I'm a great lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess this lends more credibility to Charlie Cox appearing more in
Hawkeye.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, She-Hulk. Yes.
And even Echo.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
Because we're getting more Kingpin, so we're definitely getting more Daredevil.
Yeah.
And I just hope we get more John Bernthal as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, shortly after Dr. Octopus's attack on the bridge.
Yep.
So I was wondering when we saw the trailers why Peter took his mask off.
Uh-huh.
So and it just made more sense when you saw it.
Right.
Because he was just protecting himself.
Yeah.
Like he transferred the nanotech from his mask to his chest.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
so it was like, oh, well, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, why'd you just take your mask off, bro?
Yeah,
like, why do
yeah.
you keep taking your mask off?
Because Dr. Ock asked him in that point too. Hey, and he says in that point, "You're not Peter Parker."
Yeah.
You know, so he's all confused by it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so was Peter.
Yeah.
Because he said exactly, I am so confused right now.
Yeah.
But seeing Peter kind of control the arms was funny too.
Yeah. Yeah. And on that similar subject where he was controlling Dr. Octopus, right? We talked about the scene where Doctor Strange knocks his soul out of his body, right? I didn't understand how Peter Parker was still able to control
Spider sense. That's when you see the spider sense.
Is that what you're talking about right now? I was a little confused.
Yes, it's a spider sense.
I didn't get that. But okay, I get it now.
Yeah, I didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah.
You could kind of see
because you saw it twice.
Yeah,
Got
you
it.
could kind of see the
I didn't fucking
little
see
things going off.
Got it. I didn't see it twice.
Yeah. Well, next time, fix your goddamn life, Jaime.
Oh my god. But yeah, yeah. So that was great. We Lizard.
Yeah, that laugh of the Green Goblin too.
Yeah, classic.
I will say this: as great as the cast is in this, Willem Dafoe steals every scene he's in.
Yeah.
Like, just, he is so good.
Yeah.
And seeing him just transition from Norman Osborn to the Goblin.
Yeah.
Like, it's so well made. Because even the voices are different.
Right.
Like you could hear the difference in the voice.
Yeah. Definitely a more sinister voice. You can hear it. And that's a lot to say because like the Dr. Octopus actor is great too.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Like
Alfred Molina's fantastic.
Exactly.
And
awesome.
And Jamie Foxx was really good in this.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I was not expecting that.
Yes.
I was pretty upset that they were bringing him back because he was terrible in.
Again, I don't agree with you on that.
In Amazing Spider-Man?
Well, I mean, as a nerdy scientist, yeah, I get it. But when he became Electro, it wasn't that bad to me. I know you didn't like it. We also got the Lizard and we got Sandman. What did we say? Goblin, Lizard, Sandman, Electro, and Octopus.
Yeah, because we didn't even see the Lizard until he's already trapped.
Already trapped because I guess he was trapped by Doctor Strange.
And it looks like they had quite a battle too, because Doctor Strange was a little beat up.
Messed up, yes. So it was. I mean, it took one of the factors out of the battle essentially.
Yeah.
So there weren't that many characters piled on either, which I thought was a great idea. Hey, we already have one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, like we don't need to like kind of pile them all on because it is going to create some confusion for sure. And then I did like that the characters too, Sandman and Lizard just remained in their states.
Yeah.
You know, because it was just like a voiceover thing as opposed to just like. You know,
bringing the whole
them, the people, you know, and I guess kind of how they ended anyway, you know, when they were going into it. But yeah, that's the only thing I can say about the villains. I do feel like it was a missed opportunity because we did see all the villains in like the trailers.
But we didn't see Sandman technically.
We saw
a little bit of it, but it was more speculation.
Did we not know it was Sandman, like in a sandstorm? Like there was this.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. You're so right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's just my thing. We could have had one more surprise villain that nobody knew about.
Yeah.
Which kind of gets me thinking.
Oh boy.
Well, fuck off. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of jump way ahead right now, okay? Because like post-credit scenes a little bit. Venom.
I don't care for Venom. I just.
But then there was no point. Then.
Well, there was.
I mean,
little bit of a point, but I.
Yeah.
No, I could have done without it.
Yeah. It could have. I could have done without it too, or he could have been the surprise villain. You could say, even though he's not a villain, I know, but I don't know something. It's just that post credit scene.
He's an anti-hero, so he's definitely an antagonist to Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I guess because in the animated series he was a villain. Like most of the time when I saw him,
that's true.
I think about that. You know, and maybe he just misunderstood or whatever, you know. He could have been the initial surprise. I don't know.
What I didn't understand is, all right, so what happens is when they're doing the spell, it's everybody that knows Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is being pulled into the universe.
Right.
In Venom's universe, there is no Spider-Man.
Right. So why did he get pulled into this universe?
That's my question.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Because we should have gotten Topher Grace.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Although I'm very glad we didn't get Topher Grace.
Did he die? He didn't die, right? He just lost the Venom suit?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there was yeah. It didn't make sense. I understand that they tried to tie it in.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
No, it didn't.
It was kind of like pointless, you know.
All right, so I did think the arrest scene was funny because you take MJ was a badass, of course, which is just like, I'm gonna talk to my lawyer, and she's just like kind of glaring at the window.
Yeah,
waving at the mirror.
Yeah,
that two-sided mirror.
Right.
It was a window from my perspective. Okay.
Okay.
And then we have Ned.
Yeah.
Who. So the cop just comes in, all cool with him. Like, how did you feel about when MJ told you that he was Spider-Man? And like he's immediate, because I think what the first thing he says is like, "I'm not supposed to talk to you."
Yeah, you're right.
And he's just like, no, I get it. That's cool.
Yeah.
He's just like, how did you feel when MJ made you told you about Spider? And like Ned automatically just like, I knew he was Spider-Man way before she did.
Yeah.
And then like just starts incriminating himself.
Right, confessing it to everything. Yeah.
He's just like, so you would say in Spider-Man's crime spree, you're the main accomplice. And he's just like, I would like everything I said stricken from the record.
Right. It was a hilarious scene for sure.
Yeah.
That guy's funny as fuck. So
So how did you feel about that interrogation scene, Jaime?
I can't believe you're doing this to me.
What? It was.
I do hate Kate Bishop and Yelena. I'm just gonna say that again. This one wasn't bad.
So you're just being sexist, is what you're telling
What?
me.
No, 'cause I like MJ.
Because in the scene with both of the men, like you were like, oh, that's cool.
Well, what? Okay, we can tie it in together somehow, Dean. No, I don't know. It was funny. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So moving on. Did you play the Spider-Man PS4 game?
I did not know. I know. I'm sorry.
Damn it,
I did
man.
not know.
Who hurt you?
I wanted to, and then I get. Wasn't it supposed to be on like the PS5?
They remastered it for PS5.
Okay.
And I think they even sold it in a bundle with Miles Morales.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and I haven't played the Miles Morales one because I was waiting to
No.
get a PS5, but they're so goddamn hard to find.
Yeah.
And like you can find them for like $1,200, but I'm not gonna pay $1,200 for a PS5.
Yeah. Well, let me know because I mean, next time I'll find out if somebody told me that there was some available somewhere. Otherwise, I would have let you know. I didn't know you were looking for one.
You know,
I know.
guy?
I know a guy.
Did it fall off a truck?
No. What the fuck? I'm not incriminating. What are you talking about? I'm not Ned.
So what's his name?
Ned.
All right. So
Yeah.
just thinking about where we're about to go with this.
Yeah, of course. Right.
So spoilers ahead for
Super spoilers.
yeah for the PS4 Spider-Man PS4 if you haven't
Yes.
played it. It's a great story.
Yeah.
And you know we have a new villain and it's a new story too. Like
Right.
that's what's most important. Like we
Yeah.
even get the introduction of Miles Morales
Yeah.
in the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like pre Spider-Man.
Oh okay.
And it's just there's a scene at the end. So Dr. Octopus releases this virus onto New York.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a respiratory virus too.
Oh my god. Foreshadowing much?
Yeah,
Like
a
what the
little
fuck?
And
Yeah. Terrible.
So you know they have of course like the big fight scene and
Yeah.
Peter has an antidote, but
Yeah.
Aunt May has the disease, has this virus.
Wow.
So he can save Aunt May.
Yeah.
And you just see him like kind of struggling with it. Like he even plugs in the antivirus.
Yeah.
Like the antidote. Like he plugs it into her IV.
Yeah.
But he doesn't release it because he's like, I could either save Aunt May or I
Yeah.
could save New York.
Yeah.
And you just see him just struggling with that. But there's a scene where he's talking to Aunt May. He's in full Spider-Man garb,
Yeah.
and she's just like, "Can you just take your mask off? Like, I want to see my grandson's face again."
Nephew.
Oh, yeah, nephew.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's okay.
because he looks a lot older.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
well, in the animated series as well, she's a lot older.
Oh,
uh-huh.
she's a lot older.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Series.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when he takes off his face, and the animators do such a great job of just the animation on it, like
Right.
the emotion that you see in Peter Parker's face,
Right.
where he knows like he's about to lose the person that raised him,
Right.
like
Damn.
his last remaining family member at that point.
Yeah.
And it's such a heartbreaking scene, and it's so well done, so well played,
Right.
and it just shows you like Spider-Man, even when he wins, he loses.
Yeah.
And I think that is a quintessential Spider-Man story,
Yeah.
which is definitely what we got here.
I mean, we did, and that was exactly where we were going, right? Like we get this scene where Spider-Man is like battling against the Goblin.
Well, before
Oh.
we get there, we could talk about when he's trying to save him.
Oh, okay.
And he figures out a device to de-electrify Electro.
Right. And then the Dr. Octopus thing right away
yeah,
was the first thing that
he
fixed too.
he does the chip on Dr. Octopus to
Yes.
kind of to fix him, snip.
Well, because the way the tentacles work is they got it, the little chip that was supposed to control them burnt out, and he's the one now being controlled by the tentacles. Yeah.
And we had what's it called?
Goblin.
Yeah, like
They made the Goblin serum.
They made the serum, and we have that scene where we see Spider-Man's spider sense.
Yeah,
right. Like
right.
just in full effect because you just see Tom Holland is a great actor.
Right.
He
Yeah.
really emotes.
He does.
And but the camera work, the way they follow it, the way everything just kind of muffles out.
Yeah, it was badass.
And he's just trying to focus on like what is it?
Yeah,
like,
trying to figure out what's going on, right? Because nobody knows. We don't know when the spider sense is going off. We don't know what's setting it off yet, right?
And again, Willem Dafoe, fucking amazing.
He is, right?
And
Yeah.
he steals the show. Like
does.
I would love to see a Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, he
Joker.
was definitely the Doctor, is that what you said?
Joker.
Oh, Joker. Well, like, he was definitely the spotlight. He was definitely like the leader of the quote unquote Sinister Five. Yeah.
Did you know that for the TV show they weren't allowed to be called the Sinister Six?
Like the animated series?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they called them the Insidious Six.
Really?
Yeah, they couldn't call them the Sinister Six.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, like that voice, like when you hear it, it's definitely like
the Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he becomes the Goblin, he's the Goblin.
Oh, one thing I didn't get though is okay. So when Harry Osborn is kind of like back and he's trying to hide the glider, how easily he breaks that mask.
Yeah,
because he just hits it with a rock once and it shatters.
And it shatters. Well, and I think that was another thing that was kind of confusing. Like, so wait, did he not go back to being good? Did he not? Is he not good at all? Was that what the thing was? Was he not good at all? So there was never a moment of him being good. He was just pretending to be bad pretending to be good the whole time.
No, I don't think
it's
that's
just what
the personality
it was.
I just think it is because he's by himself at that moment, having that conversation with himself.
Yeah. It was and this is what causes Aunt May ultimately to want to save the Sinister Five. I'm gonna keep saying that just because it's stupid. Anyway, like she found him, right? She found the Goblin.
Oh, he found her.
Well, he found her. He ended up in the
feast, the shelter.
The shelter, a shelter where he ended up going in. And Aunt May, really, kind of instills that, like, hey, we have to take care of people, we have to help people. That this is what you do. You're Peter Parker, but you're Spider-Man. You help people out, so do everything you can to help them out, right? And she's the one that's being that moral compass for him, right? Like that guide for who he is, and that's why he tries to save them. He's trying to save all of them, right?
Yeah, because he even tells her, like, this isn't, like, they're not my problem. The best thing I can do for them is send them back. Like,
well, because he was kind of realizing that he couldn't, even though Doctor Strange originally wanted that. That's what he was suggesting, which was another. We'll have to go back to that right now, or we can just let's talk about it now. That Doctor Strange scene where they fought each other. Oh my god! Amazing scene. What a crazy scene. Like, we got the mirror world, we got the dimension, whatever. Hold it. No, we got the mirror dimension. We got just regular New York. There was just so much going on in that scene.
Yeah, when he webs when he webs his own leg.
Yeah, he webs it. They were all using they're all using their own weapons. Like, he even used his cape at one point to try to catch him. He did that whole out of body thing that he does, Doctor Strange.
The astral projection.
The astral projection to Peter Parker. They were doing everything they can to stop each other. Well, Doctor Strange to
catch Peter, like to take that box back.
It was such an amazing scene. I was like, man, this is everything. And again, this was something else that was different in this than what I expected in the movie. In the movie, it just looked like a desert. In the trailer, it just looked like a desert, but in the movie, it was New York. It was a city, and there were rocks and stuff like that along the way. But it was way different than what.
Well, it was a canyon. Because remember, like, I've been dangling over the Grand Canyon for.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did say that later on, right? Yeah. So
but Peter figuring out, like, oh, this is geometry. Like, I know geometry.
Yeah, exactly. And he figured it out. And he stopped Doctor Strange. Like, who knew? It was cool just how one Avenger could take out another Avenger, and all these other possibilities that could happen. And
the excitement in his voice, like, I just fought Doctor Strange and I won.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was a real cool scene.
Like, it just reminds you, like, he's a kid.
Yeah, and this kind of goes back to even what you were talking about him being Mephisto, right? Mm-hmm. Like,
no. The later on, like,
I thought this was the scene because he was the one that was like, just let him go die.
No, like, we'll get. I guess we'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there.
All right.
But this is what leads to them trying to save. Ultimately, instead of letting them die, they're going to save the villains. There's that moment where Spider-Man can't figure out what's going on, and he figures out that it's actually the Goblin. That's the real bad guy.
Yeah.
Even though he's playing a good guy at first, he's the real villain.
But I think the first time you hear the Goblin, because he helps him. Saved Otto.
Yeah.
Like that's him when he's just like, if you ever need a job and you're willing to commute to a different dimension.
Right.
Like, that's Harry Osborn.
Yeah, right.
Not Harry, Norman. I've been calling him Harry the whole time, haven't I?
You probably have, yeah.
Yeah, Norman Osborn.
All right. And I heard Harry, I was like, oh, his son? But
no, correction. Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn, yeah.
But we also going back a little bit, we also get the, I'm a bit of a scientist myself.
Yeah.
line, which is like, it became a meme at some point. So.
Yeah.
But again, like just Willem Dafoe totally steals this.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved him.
Yeah.
In this. And I definitely need a little more Willem Dafoe in my life.
Yeah, that's what starts the battle, though. The big battle between Electro, right, who ends up deciding, hey, I want to be a villain still.
Yeah.
I want the power from this world.
Power.
Yeah, he wants the power of the world. Dr. Octopus is good for now. Lizard,
yeah, because Doc Ock just gets blasted out the window.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then he just runs away.
Yeah, and
like
Lizard
he scampers off.
Right, Lizard just jumps out of the truck and he's just like, "Fuck it, I'm bad too."
Of the truck.
Yeah,
and
Sandman just like is like,
yeah,
I want to.
And we have that very Alex Jonesy JJ when he's just like, did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, who's he? He's been like the conspiracy theorist the whole time in the show,
he's
right?
Very Alex Jonesy.
Yeah. It was clearly him.
It was clearly a spoof on who Alex Jones is. But that scene where like the lizard catches Peter and he's just like, I told you try to help, like things just go wrong. He just tosses him back into the building and he just keeps getting pummeled by the goblin.
Yeah, and it was just a never-ending fight.
Or the flying elf, I think is what he called him.
Yeah, it was a never-ending fight, and
like he power bombs him through buildings.
Everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like his super strength, it was so crazy. I kind of forgot he had super strength.
Yeah.
But it was crazy to see how just like they were going hard on each other and both directions, So it was an intense scene for sure.
I remember in the Spider-Man 2 game, like for the old PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
They had one of the, because you know how in older games especially they repeat a lot of what, like the lines.
Yeah.
So when you were fighting people, like Spider-Man would always yell out, "Lucky for you, I pull my punches."
Yeah.
So like this seemed like he was just going all out.
Yeah.
Also, animated series. He wasn't allowed to punch anybody.
Did that never happen?
He never punched anybody in the show.
Wow, I gotta rewatch the series.
Yeah, like he never punches anybody. Like he'll kick them, like he'll swing into them.
Wow,
but he never punches anybody.
So crazy.
And that show's just so well made that you don't notice.
Yeah. Wow. I never thought about that.
Yeah. But yeah, and then of course they get to, like, Aunt May is running away with the serum.
Yeah.
And like what they have left.
Yeah.
And we didn't even mention Electro taking that arc reactor.
Yeah.
And that's what's feeding him the power.
He's become super powered because of that too.
The power of the sun in the palm of your hand. Right.
Yeah, because even Dr. Octopus says the same thing at a certain point.
Because that's what Dr. Octopus was trying to achieve in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Like and I never realized that. Like he's basically trying to create an arc reactor.
Yeah. Before Tony Stark. Yeah. Wow. That's so crazy. But he literally says it right there. That was such a crazy scene. But you said like they get to the point where she's run off. Aunt May has run off with the serum, and unfortunately, they end up in a lobby. Where Goblin and Spider-Man are fighting. Aunt May is there too. And this is honestly, like, it was super emotional. Oh yeah. It was such a hard scene, right? Because you think everything's okay. And it's kind of it's a big scene, so it's a lot to describe, but there's a certain point where like Goblin is going to attack Peter, and he uses the glider to stop her. Aunt May goes to try to help him. Goblin uses the glider to stop her. And you think everything's okay. Yeah. Everything seems fine because she seems kind of fine.
He even threw one of the pumpkin bombs at her.
Yeah. But again, everything seems kind of fine because she gets up. There's this conversation that they have. That this is the moment where she tells him, with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. A little variation of it, which is just with great power there must also come great responsibility.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of a difference.
Difference. Yeah. So she says it. Unfortunately, that's when I knew though. I was like, something's not right.
Yeah, because we all know that what happens to the person who utters that line to him.
It's like the thing that happens.
Yeah. And when she collapsed, because at first I was like, I can't believe they did this and didn't kill her.
Yeah.
I don't want her to die, but if you're going to do this, like, don't just have her get up because she has no superpowers and she just got She just got rammed by that glider in the back.
Yeah.
And then he threw that bomb at her.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, how? But then you see that she was
stepping.
like she was running off of adrenaline at that point.
Yeah.
And as soon as that thing wears down, like, she just falls. And
done.
Like, I did like the fact that they didn't have her do that line when she was dying. You know, we didn't get that with great power
at the end
must also come great responsibility. You know, like she was like just having a conversation, and she was just like, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that was very important for Peter to hear.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that he's just like at that moment where he's just like, I fucked up. Like, I fucked up bad. And she's just like, you did the right thing. Like, don't ever second guess yourself when doing the right thing. Yeah. Like, even if things don't work out, you're doing the right thing, and that's what matters. Yeah. Exactly. And then like that collapse, which is just like, I just need to catch my breath. Yeah. And he's just the way Tom Holland plays that scene too. Right. Where he's just like no, it's okay. And they're like, but you see the panic just slowly building in. Right. Like, you see his facial expression change, and he's just like begging her to stay with him. Yeah. And it's such a heartbreaking scene.
It was terrible. I cried.
I don't blame you.
I did cry. Like, I felt it and I couldn't stop crying through like everything else that was happening afterwards. I'm like, oh my God, who am I? Stop, you know? It was such a tragic scene. Unfortunately, she does die. In this world, Aunt May dies. Like, you know, she's not Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben has already died, but she's kind of in that place of Uncle Ben, and that's who he held on to, and we lose her. And ultimately, it was tragic, sad. I didn't expect it at all, and I cried a lot, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
It was absolutely devastating. Honestly. Devastating. I get it. I felt it.
Yeah. On the flip side, a lot of what our suspicions were in regards to what we're going to get from this movie, came out to be true, right? Like, we got, this is another big reveal. We got Tobey Maguire, and we got Andrew Garfield back as Spider-Man from their universe. Yeah,
and the way it was done too, like with Ned finding out that he can
open portals.
He can open portals.
Yeah,
because
I thought that was because of the rings, but I guess he has power. He's magic.
Yeah, you have to have a little like magic a little magic in you. Because he's like, my Lola always told me that we had a little magic in my family. Like it pays off. You know, it's a payoff to a line that was uttered earlier in the movie. Right. Where like he just does that. I wish we could see Peter again. He does that motion. Yeah. And like, they see that, and we also kind of see it when he's saying goodbye to Peter, and they're doing the little handshake. Yeah. And he does the he finger gun. When he does that finger gun, you see the. Psst.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah. Okay, because I couldn't figure out why he said. I didn't see that. But then again, you saw it twice. I didn't see the spark.
I saw it the first time too.
Okay. Well, I didn't see it this time. I was like, why did he say "whoa" like that? Like, I didn't get it at first.
Yeah, because when they do the finger guns, like you see that little spark just. Bzz.
Okay, I didn't because I really didn't.
Yeah, the first time I thought it was leftover energy that Peter still had in him.
Oh, okay, and that's why he said.
Yeah, and like that's what came out, kind of like a static discharge.
Yeah, got it.
but I mean, watching it the second time, knowing what's coming later in the movie, you're like, oh yeah, that's what it was. Like, it was showing you that Ned has a little bit of abilities. Yeah. And like he opens it up, and you just see Spider-Man in that alleyway. Kind of like looking, and it was so cool. He just runs in and jumps in,
and I kept crying.
And you immediately know it's Andrew Garfield because of the suit.
Yeah, and he's taller.
He's a lot taller.
He's a lot taller.
And he just takes the mask off, and the theater just exploded.
Yeah, same thing. And I was so mixed for emotions at that times because I was like super depressed from the anime thing.
Just died, and super excited,
and then super excited to see Andrew Garfield. And I'm gonna say this. I think Andrew Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man. I get Tom Holland is great. Mm-hmm. Tobey Maguire was great too for his time. I love Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man a lot.
In mine, Andrew Garfield is my least favorite Spider-Man. What? I don't dislike him. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike him. I love Andrew Garfield.
But he's your least favorite
from the three. He's just my least favorite.
And to me, Andrew Garfield is my favorite. He just, even in this movie,
he was so good in this movie.
Loved it.
He was fantastic in this movie.
He was funny. He was like being that nerd, like, oh my, it was just amazing. Yeah, this is just what I reflect on for Spider-Man, like that second series of Spider-Man we got.
Yeah, and I think he was a lot better in this than he was in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. But again, writing. Like, just to me, it's that writing.
I can see it. I can see what you're talking about, but at the same time, I feel like I still saw the same Spider-Man, like myself, you know, like because I really did like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Like I thought it, and seeing him in this movie was just like, whoa, like amazing. Tobey Maguire, I didn't get why they didn't show him in his suit. I get that he was being stealth or whatever. Yeah. But it's like, why didn't they just put him in his suit? Like, too, it could have been like, you know, the same situation.
Yeah, when he comes through, he's what did Andrew say? Like, are you just gonna dress like a youth pastor?
A youth pastor,
a cool youth pastor.
Cool youth pastor. Yeah, it was really funny
because he was, and that scene though where they're just kind of looking at each other and they just shoot their webs at each other, and then you had a little old lady like, oh my grandma says if you could, if my Lola says if you could clean up the webs you get shot at each other, and then like Andrew Garfield's just like, sorry Lola.
Yeah, it was a good vibe to bring into.
It was for sure. Yeah, it definitely gave you a little bit of whiplash.
Yeah,
because you're going from that low.
Yeah,
of like,
oh my god,
we just lost Aunt May.
I was crying so much. And like I said, I could not stop crying. Even I was so excited to see Andrew Garfield.
Yes, Andrew Garfield was fantastic. Yeah. And Tobey Maguire, whom is notoriously a dick.
Yeah. Like in movies?
Yeah, on set.
Oh, on set. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Like he was notoriously a dick.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But he was great. He was great. He was just so fun to watch. It was great. And then, you know, where they're talking about, where would he go? And he's just like, I'd go to the top of the Chrysler Building.
Yeah,
Andrew. Empire State Building, better view. Yeah, that is a sweet view.
Yeah.
But the way that Tobey plays Spider-Man, you definitely see that age in him.
Yeah.
Like he's been Spider-Man for a while. Like he has been beaten and broken down.
Yeah.
And like, he
more
has
subdued.
He has that experience. He's definitely a lot more. Well, yeah,
you could tell. Cool. You could tell that he was like an older vibe of Spider-Man, like in Miles Morales movie.
Yes.
That it was like that type of Spider-Man. Like he's been through it, but he's also now working things out with MJ, things like that. You know, is what it sounded like. Like he's been through a lot in his life. You know, and it was a mature Spider-Man for sure.
That's the word I was.
So it was good seeing like
that
different stages of Spider-Man for sure. Yeah. I was. We all knew it, you know. Again, it could have been one more surprise because I feel like we knew this.
Oh yeah,
you know,
course.
Could have been one more surprise. And
they're going to bring in the Japanese Spider-Man.
I mean, they could have brought Miles Morales. I'm just saying.
But
I'm just saying, Prowler. That's what I'm saying. You know, so you know, but yeah. I mean, who could have been? I mean, it could have been an intro to it. You know, like it would have been a great. Just me overreaching.
I don't think it would have worked as well because
it was too much.
You know, not just that. It's just. Then you're taking away a spotlight from Miles Morales, which I don't think would be fair to him.
Yeah, that's
because
a good point.
People would be excited to see him, but at the same time they don't know him.
Yeah,
and this is what we talk about with the Cider films.
Yeah,
you can't just throw a character in there and expect people to love him just because they know the backstory.
It would have to be a build up. Yeah,
exactly.
You make a really good point. Yeah.
So I love Miles Morales. Miles Morales is definitely my favorite Spider-Man. But I'm glad they didn't bring him in because it definitely would have taken away from an introduction to Miles Morales.
Yeah, I really enjoyed when they finally teamed up, like the three Spider-Men became like one big team, you know. And how
still getting ahead of yourself.
Well, I mean, I didn't know we're okay.
We have been going through this movie in order the whole time.
Well, kinda.
Well, yeah, because you keep jumping forward and I have to reel you back.
Should we take a quick break then?
Yes, sure.
So I'm jumped ahead a little bit.
So, I mean, we just go to that part where they find Peter. We haven't even mentioned Flash. Flash was in this movie.
He was in the movie.
I just wanted to mention him because of.
Go for it.
They just bring him up because of what happens later with Venom, and just theories.
Okay.
But Flash was in this movie.
Yeah.
And he had the blonde hair.
Okay.
Also, his book Flashpoint.
Okay.
Which I thought was great because
they're going hard on DC, aren't they?
And not just that, like they're changing. Yeah. They're changing what happens in those movies.
Yeah.
Because like those universes just changed.
Yeah.
And we could surmise that there's going to be different timelines now opened up.
Right.
But the scene where you know where they find Peter and Peter's just broken.
Yeah.
Like he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And when he tells him like I'm just gonna send everybody back, like this is done.
Yeah.
And you have because Andrew tries to talk to him at first, and he shuts him down real quick.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, don't tell me you know how I feel. Like you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But then you have Peter like for me like Toby's just like he's Peter.
Yeah.
Like but yeah, you have Toby Spider-Man just be like, hey, I know, I'm like, we've been through there. We've all had loss. We've all lost something.
Right.
Like for me, it was my Uncle Ben.
Right.
And you have like, and then it goes to Andrew, who's still feeling it. Like you could see like it's still fresh on him.
Yeah.
But he's just like, I lost Gwen. Like she
Yeah.
was my MJ.
Right.
And like it kind of opens up Tom's outlook on things, where he's just like,
Yeah.
I could lose MJ. You
Yeah.
know, I just lost Aunt May. I can lose MJ too. Like these guys know, like they do know what I'm going through. Like we've
Yeah.
all been there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and then that's when he mentions, like, you told me, like, with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
And, you know, he says with great power, and you have Toby finishing the line.
Yeah, because Uncle Ben said it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Andrew's like, my Uncle Ben said it too. And it's like, no, he didn't. Fucking lie. I watched those movies. He never said it. He gave you this long-ass speech
God.
and a voicemail, but he never said it.
Stop.
So fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
No, but... yeah, like it was like that scene with them just talking, and then even them working together when they were trying to come up with the cures for everything.
Right.
Like it was fun because you have Ned, like he's just like, do you have a best friend?
Right.
And Toby's just so nonchalant, like, yeah, he died in my arms.
Yeah.
Like he's just doing his
He died in my arms after becoming evil.
yeah, after trying to kill me. And then, and like you just hear Andrew Garfield's voice behind it go, dude. And I just think that was great, like the look on Ned's face. And then he's like, I promise not to become evil and try to kill you.
It was funny. It was so funny. I go back to Andrew Garfield, and I just feel like he added so much to the show, to the movie.
You are not wrong. Like he was fantastic, and I definitely liked him a lot more here than I did in his movies.
I get you,
but yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah,
like I liked him a lot in this.
So can we talk about the team up now?
We're getting there, man.
Well, you're gonna okay. What's next?
Jesus. So I mean,
chapter by chapter.
Afterwards, we get to the Statue of Liberty. You know,
Yes.
he FaceTimes Alex Jones. I mean, J. Jonah Jameson to let him know, like, hey, like I'm here at the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
I didn't understand why they put the shield up in the air.
Yeah.
When it would have just made more sense to put it over
to
the
hold
book.
it. Yeah.
But okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
An
Avengers world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
which, by the way, at the end, it doesn't even end up like it doesn't have it at all, right?
No, because they.
No, but I mean, they rebuilt the Statue of Liberty at a point, didn't they? Because I swear I saw the Statue of Liberty again at one point.
Yeah, but at that point they had already they broke the shield.
Yeah, so but I'm saying like but they didn't just re-add it to it then.
I mean, maybe they could have started, but it wasn't like right.
Okay, just a thought.
Yeah, I mean, it had just happened, Jaime. How fast do you think government workers work?
Well, they fixed the
Not
freaking
very.
They fixed the Statue of Liberty already. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, all they had broken was the shield.
Okay, I guess.
Like the shield was the only thing that came off.
It was a lot of fighting.
Yes. So the scene because they had also talked about how Andrew's and Tom's web shooters are home.
Oh,
like,
they're made.
They're manufactured.
Right.
They're artificial. Artificially made, as opposed to
Tobey Maguire.
Toby's, which is just organic webbing.
Yeah, like where do you make that stuff?
Yeah, it's just like, does it only come out of your wrist, or does it come out of other places?
I was thinking butt.
That's
Spiders.
not what I was thinking.
Well,
Yeah, I mean that makes sense,
that's
but
what spiders do.
I went with penis. So like he's just.
I mean,
out webs.
obviously, I thought penis first, but I'm saying like butt.
Well, now all I'm doing is picturing Toby swinging through the air with his penis.
Oh my god! Or through his butt.
Or through his butt.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene where you just see him stretching.
Yeah.
And it's very reminiscent of Peter B. Parker in Miles Morales.
Oh yeah, yeah. Again, he's the older Spider-Man.
And he's like, "You want me to crack your back?"
Yeah.
And like that scene, like I always wanted brothers. It was adorable.
Yeah. That's true. Loki's though. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Loki situation, right? Like they're not technically brothers. They're like just multi-person. They're different versions of themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not incest.
Well, also they're not boning each other, so
in my mind they were boning each other. All three of them.
How do you think he cracked his back?
I mean, that's what I was picturing.
Yeah, but then that scene, and so where you see them each just trying to be their own Spider-Man.
Individuals, yeah, for sure.
And
because that's what they're used to doing. They're used to just all individually working by themselves. That's how they've always worked.
Yeah, that's how individually working works.
No, I'm saying that's how they always have worked, was just by themselves. Is what I'm trying to say. Shut up. but also they kind of they talk, like they start getting along. They start realizing a lot about it. And I did like that bond that they all kind of started building, and how it just transformed. It just got better and better and better throughout the battle, for sure.
So one of my absolute favorite things that Spider-Man does is when he just webs someone in the face.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I absolutely love that, because I think it's just the most annoying thing in the world. Like, especially when you have a bad guy that's just trying to be tough, and all of a sudden web in the face.
Yeah. Just shuts them up.
It's just like, it's so disrespectful,
right,
and so funny to me,
right,
whenever he does it. And here we see Andrew Garfield web Toby's face.
Right.
Like, he's just like, it's so annoying.
They realize it.
And then they have that conversation where he's just like, I've never worked in a team, and neither have I. And he's just like, I did. I don't want to brag, but I'm gonna. I was part of the Avengers. I'm part of the Avengers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Toby's face really sells. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. Who are they?
Yeah, what are the Avengers? Yeah.
And then Andrew's like, are you in a band?
I love Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield was absolutely amazing in this movie. Like, and that scene where he's just like, oh man, like, who what are the coolest villains you guys fought?
Yeah.
And you have Toby like, oh, I fought an alien, like a little black goo alien.
Yeah. I fought another alien, the purple alien.
Yeah, he's just like, and I fought him on Earth and in space. Yeah. Like, he's like, oh man, like, I'm lame.
Yeah, I haven't fought an alien.
I want to fight an alien. Like, I'm lame. And then but Toby's pep talk to him.
Yeah.
Was just like, hey, no, let's turn this back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, about that I'm lame part, you're amazing.
You're amazing.
like say it. I'm amazing. No, I just really needed to hear that.
It was hilarious.
And it was so again, so well made.
So well made. Yeah. The battle. And then that ultimate team up battle. Can we talk about the battle now?
Oh my God, that scene where they're just swinging together.
Yeah. Oh my God. It looks so cool, dude. Like, it was one of the best scenes in the movie. Just the three of them, swinging and doing their things and just getting ready to take on
that Avengers pose.
Yes.
That was definitely like, oh my God.
That was the movie right there.
Yeah,
it was the best part of the movie, for sure. I like the team up. I like the engagement between the three of them. I like how they were all just, relying on each other and, knowing what each other's would want to do anyway. It was so cool. It was such a cool scene to see all three of Spider-Man working together.
It was so much fun.
And that's where we also got that scene where the lizard and gets punched and nobody saw the punch in the trailer. He got kicked. Oh yeah, that's right. It was kicked. That's where we got that scene. And it was just, honestly, dude, it was like the best scene. It was such a great scene in the movie. I loved it.
Yeah, it was
badass.
So cool.
It was worth the whole movie, to be honest. So.
And then we get the scene that made me cry.
Yeah.
Which was MJ falling.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And you see just before Tom catches her.
Yeah.
Like, he gets snatched up by the goblin.
The that's right.
And immediately, like, you just see Andrew Garfield, like, just jump down.
Yeah.
And, like, when he catches her, like, I cried.
It was
and
another
you see
emotional
him tear up because he's just like,
Yeah.
Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And she's just like, yeah. Are you okay?
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, like that part made me cry.
I'm telling you, dude.
Like,
this guy,
like, oh my god,
he was meant to be Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like they like
yeah.
they gave him his redemption. You know, like he's like, I lost.
He was
Gwen.
able to save MJ.
Yeah, I lost Gwen, but I saved MJ.
Yeah.
And and I honestly thought that
the way he saved her too was not with the web. Like he thought he caught her.
Yeah. But for those of you that have the video on YouTube, we lost video footage a while ago, and we had no idea. So hopefully you're still getting the audio. And
well, we're gonna add the audio to the to the YouTube.
You get animated us for a little bit,
right?
Which I would argue is an upgrade.
Stop. We're cute.
You're adorable, hi man.
So are you, Jose.
Oh, thank you.
Just so you know. Take your shirt off.
I just need a breakaway pants.
While breakaway shirt, pants, yes, everything. While there's no video.
The Bruce Almighty.
Anyway.
So we're talking about Spider-Man, like all their team up, and Andrew having saved Gwen. I mean, MJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that definitely made him both times.
Great scene.
Both times. I knew it was coming, and still
yeah. I was worried for MJ, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be some tragedy, even for Ned. I thought there was gonna be some tragedy.
Ned was in this too.
Yeah.
the cape saved him.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I like Ned.
Yeah. No. I don't mind Ned.
He was definitely overshadowed by everything that was going on. Like, he was great, but everything that was going on was just better.
They implied a lot that he was a third wheel, and he felt very third wheel in this one, But there was just a lot going on, but so it's understood that somebody would kind of fall a little.
Of course.
So, and not literally, thankfully.
Yeah.
He didn't die.
Yeah, the cape saved him.
The cape saved him.
And then that's when Doctor Strange came back, and he's just like, "You went to the Grand Canyon? We could have really used your help."
Yeah. Yeah. Don't fuck with Doctor Strange. Yeah, he was mad.
Yeah, and then that's when because Electro had everybody at some point.
Yeah.
Like, he was winning by himself.
Yeah.
And that's when you had Dr. Octopus
that's true.
just make the appearance and become the ex machina.
Yeah. Yeah, he saved the Peters.
Yeah.
The two other Peters. So it was another great scene, which was kind of it was cool. At least somebody got like a positive redemption, because we were just we were just waiting on Electro at that point, because he was being a super villain, nonstop. But it was cool to see. It's cool to see a good side of Dr. Octopus for sure. Yeah.
And oh my God, like, just I love this movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie. It was a really great movie. The final, like that final scene, which, by the way, one of the final scenes, I should say, the one with the Willem Dafoe, where Tom is fighting Willem Dafoe, Goblin, and they're just going at it again, just fucking each other up, and it got pretty crazy, like Spider-Man,
the anger,
he was gonna kill him, and you can see it. You can see that passion. You can see the anger. He even
said it himself. Like, he's like, "Oh,
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
you're
gonna
be the one."
Everybody else. He's like, "Yeah, I wanted to kill you myself."
Yeah, exactly. And there's anger, and Tobey Maguire jumps in and stops him from killing, the Goblin, ultimately. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, Goblin stabs him. But this is the crazy part. Why didn't he die?
Because he's been stabbed before.
Yeah, and so that's what I told Adolfo.
That's kind of how they brushed it off.
Yeah.
But I agree. Like, if you're gonna do this, go through with it.
It was a little bad.
Yeah, and I think, like, they should have just let
Tobey Maguire
Spider-Man die.
Yeah,
and I think that would have been great, because then you could have Miles Morales as Spider-Man take place in Tobey Maguire's dimension.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that would have been cool.
That's a really good point. It would have been the way to kind of introduce him into that world. There's no spider totem, so there you go.
Yeah.
Wow. That would have been a great tie-in. But ultimately, that ending scene was great. They all kind of, relied on each other. Unfortunately, they all, the only way to save the world at this point, because the multiverse was exploding.
Yeah.
The reason that happened, though, was because they had that box throughout the movie that ultimately ended up getting destroyed by the Goblin in the battle, right? And then the multiverses were opening up, right? Which was really cool. We got silhouettes of Rhino.
Yeah.
I think I saw Scorpion at one point.
Yes. I think I saw Craven.
Craven? Okay, I don't know. There was one of them
because he looked like he was just holding a staff.
Yeah,
and it looked like he had that lion's mane jacket.
That's badass, because I didn't recognize one of them, so I'm thinking it's the Craven. But it was cool to see. It looked like it was
Craven.
Yeah, it was cool to see.
They even had a different version of Dr. Octopus.
Oh, did they?
That I think I saw.
Oh, okay. Fuck you, I saw it once. But no, anyway.
Yeah, because this like the second time I was looking.
Shit. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna watch it again. But so the only way to save the world in this moment was to kind of have the spell work.
Yeah.
The ultimate spell, the one to erase everybody's memory.
Yeah,
of who's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
is.
Not just who Spider-Man is, but who Peter Parker is.
Who Peter Parker is.
Yeah.
Yes. Nobody knows Peter Parker.
And that's when what I mentioned when Doctor Strange ultimately becomes Mephisto. Okay. When because they have that storyline in oh man, I can't remember what it's called now. It's like one day after or like the day after, something like that.
Okay.
One more day, I think.
Yeah.
Where Peter Parker ultimately gives up his marriage with MJ and his existence, basically, like everybody's knowledge of him, just so he can get Aunt May back.
Wow, crazy.
So, and then Mephisto just goes ahead and makes that happen, and then
I think I do remember that. Now,
I think it's One More Day,
something like that.
Yeah, so he loses MJ, and yeah, like it's so sad, like when he's saying goodbye to him.
Yeah, to them when he has to say bye to the Peters. And, that was crazy because they all just bonded. They actually hugged. I didn't think they were going to hug. I was like, is this COVID? Is that what it is?
And he's just like, I love you guys.
Yeah.
And then just both are like, okay.
Yeah. But they did it well.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield. Anyway, and then he moves on to Ned and to MJ. And that's sad. So sad that, they're going to have to try to find each other, or he's going to try to remind them somehow.
Yeah, like he tells them, like, I'm going to find you and I'm going to make this right. Like, and she even tells him, like, when she tells him she loves him and he's about to say it back, he's just like,
no, she says no.
Yeah, she's just like, just tell me when you find me again.
Yeah. It was impactful.
It was so sad.
Sad.
But
Tragic.
then
I loved it.
And then
I cried so much. And then he had no ties to that world anymore at that point because Aunt May died, Uncle Ben died, his family's all just gone.
Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows who he is. Like I don't even think he's part of the Avengers at this point.
Nope.
Because
he
just
wow. Wait, so does that mean that he's not going to be part of like any you said that he signed up for 3 more movies.
Yeah. Right? Well, I think it's a good way for Marvel to kind of, if a deal doesn't come through with Sony again, they have a way out. Yeah, they have a way out. Yeah. Exactly. Wow. Like they don't need to include Spider-Man in all these other movies because Spider-Man is no longer part of the universe. Or
so crazy. Nobody knows him.
Yeah, nobody knows him.
Yeah. It was great movie. Great movie. Even the end where he created a new suit. It was like a blue and red classic suit almost.
But sorry, you just totally skipped over like him finding MJ and Ned.
Okay.
What I noticed the second time around is that MJ's wearing that broken Black Dahlia necklace.
Oh.
Still. That he gave her in Far From Home.
Oh, okay.
No,
I don't remember.
No, he gave her the there was a Black Dahlia flower.
Oh, okay.
Necklace.
And she was wearing it.
Remember the it was like the flowers like the murders.
Oh, yeah.
And
very suiting to her. Yes.
Yeah, and then it got broken, and she was like, "Oh, I like it more." Now that it's broken.
Wow.
And she was wearing it at the.
I wonder how she thinks she got it.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
They have that. He sees that his friends are better off without him.
And he doesn't tell them.
And he doesn't tell them. He lets them be. Yeah. And again, quintessential Spider-Man story.
Wow.
Where even when he wins, he loses.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just shows you the selflessness of him. Wow. Where he's just like, I can't ruin these people's lives.
Yeah.
And he just walks away.
So great.
And
what a story.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see him like he had everything. At the end of the last movie, he had MJ. He had his Aunt May knew he was Spider-Man. He was part of the Avengers.
Yeah.
We didn't end the movie, but prior to that post-credit scenes of that movie, like everything was just working out for him.
Right.
For once.
Right.
Which is something you don't see in a Spider-Man movie.
Right.
And just when you're like, oh, he's getting a happy ending.
Yeah.
Just when that's about to happen, like, oh, post-credit scene. This story's not over. Of course, he's not happy.
Right.
You're like, fuck you. So fuck
Tragedy.
you, Peter.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
And
like that whole scene of him just, he loses everything.
Yeah. He's alone.
Mm-hmm.
He's alone. He really is. And then, so that's when he designs a new suit too.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to see that new suit.
And it was very much like classic Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. It was amazing. Amazing movie. I want to go see it. I'm going to go see it more for sure. There's no doubt about it. What was the post-credit scene? Oh, it was the Venom thing.
Oh, speaking of that, why I brought up Flash Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
That little piece of symbiote that was left behind. It might end up with Flash Thompson, and we could see Agent Venom.
Yeah,
because he's so much. I want to be Spider-Man's friend.
Oh, that's true.
That we could see Agent Venom come into play with this.
They're gonna try to tie it in somehow.
Yeah. I mean, he's celebrating that he's going to MIT, so maybe he takes a trip to Mexico.
Did we talk about that scene already? like the Venom scene in this?
Um,
That it was pointless? Yeah, right.
Maybe. Yeah,
Okay.
it was pointless. Yeah, because I think I was questioning
Yeah.
the validity of it and why he
Yeah.
was brought into the universe when there is no Peter Parker in his universe.
Yeah, that's true. There is a post credit scene as well. Where we get, I mean, it wasn't even a post credit scene. It was a trailer. It was a trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh, we see
So
Miss
excited.
America.
Yeah, Miss America. We see Mortal come back.
Oh yeah, Mordo.
His dreadlocks
Yeah.
or his dreadlocks as style. Oh my god,
You
I'm just
good?
like all over the place. We got to see Wanda. We got to see so much.
Yeah.
So much. I was not expecting all of that, and it was so crazy. Another door has opened, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, we also saw like an evil Doctor Strange.
Oh yes.
And this was very reminiscent of What If.
You're right. Yes, that
Crazy.
was such a. I'm so in on this.
Yes,
And-
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens in the next few years.
All right. So, full disclosure, we are going straight off of memory
Yes.
for this. We don't have any notes. So if we missed anything, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Oh, we're on YouTube. Comment down below.
The video's not working, but still,
We're still there.
we're still there. We're still there, definitely.
Yeah. So if we missed anything, please let us know.
Yeah. Yeah.
The more you like this video, the more you interact with us, the bigger the channel could grow.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to getting a little bigger.
For sure. Every day. Wait, so did I hit our G spots? I mean, 100%. Yes.
Oh my
right?
God! Like I went
No
back
question.
for more.
There was a lot. There was just a lot
Like,
of emotions.
Jesus
I
Christ.
cried a little.
It was so sloppy for me.
Oh my
like I needed this.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus
Jose.
Christ! I need a
Stop.
cigarette.
The G spots were hit, y'all.
Oh my God!
Amazing. Definitely amazing. Yeah. Best time ever.
Yeah, I'm
All in.
all
You
in,
took it all.
all of it. I didn't even flinch.
All 2 hours and 40 minutes of it.
Oh my God! And I could have done more.
I was there. We were there.
I could have done more.
And I'm going to go back for seconds.
Like whew, still out of breath.
Oh my goodness.
It was,
Amazing.
and yeah, I cried. I laughed. I laughed so hard at some of the points. It was
Yeah.
such an amazing movie.
Amazing.
And yeah,
Way worth it. Way worth it.
oh,
for sure.
very much so.
Yeah.
And I think it just skyrocketed to like third best, highest opening for any movie.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. So
So,
it's going to do really well.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Yeah.
Avengers and Endgame and Avatar are the top
still
two.
up there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
yeah. So, well, I mean, that's our show. If we miss anything, please let us know.
Let us know.
If you like the show, please leave a review on what Apple Music. Yeah,
Apple Podcasts?
yeah, that one. Apple Podcast.
All my links is also available on Instagram,
Yes.
guys.
Follow our
Jose's having a
OnlyFans.
hard time with this one.
Well,
OnlyFans.
you would think that I would make a script for this. To
Yeah.
kind of just,
That's not how
and I
you
should.
play.
I should. I'll
That's
work on
not how
that.
you play.
I like to raw dog it, you know.
I like to watch.
But yeah, thank you so much for everybody that listens and anybody who stuck with us on this 3-hour show. Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah.
have no idea how long we ran for.
A long time.
And
Spider-Man
I
was a
could
lot.
go a little longer.
All of a sudden.
Oh my. Anything else, Had?
No, I'm good.
All right. Have a week.
Bye.